That wasn't number juice. You got alcohol. I had juice.
I put a squid in there. Just
A squid?
A squid.
A squid.
Just
You know, a squid is a squid. You put a squid in there. Or a smidge. You're trying to say smidge.
I put a little bit in there, girl. I know exactly what I said, girl.
A squid.
A squid, just a little bit.
Oh, okay. Calamari. That's what's in there. Calamari. What's up, everybody? I'm Good Day Thinkers, Thought Leaders, Progressives, and Dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart. Yes.
I told you we ain't using that no more.
You got another intro? Did you come up with an intro?
I think I'll give it a shot.
All right, well, let's see what you got.
What's going on? It is your boy, KeonStafford.
And I'm Craig the Writer Stewart.
And this is your official invitation to our Patreon video.
The link is scrolling right here. It's patreon.com/Craig and Keon.
Get on over there right now and hit the link and subscribe to our channel.
It's for all of our exclusive content. You're not going to see it anyplace else, so join now. And if you want to join mine, that's patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Bye. Say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good Day Thinkers, Thought Leaders, Progressives, and Dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts, in my voice, on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Now, So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow. So go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe button. And turn on that little bell so that you get a notification every single time that I go live or I upload something new. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
What's up, y'all? It is your boy, KeonStafford. Welcome to my official YouTube channel where we laugh, we cry, we talk shit, and most of all, we have some fun. So while you at it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss me live weekly. While you at it, follow me on all social platforms at The Real KeonStafford. So until next time, bye.
What's up, everybody? I'm Craig the Writer Stewart.
And I'm your boy, KeonStafford.
Welcome to the Thursday Night Live,
where we give you funny shit
to take your mind off the bullshit.
So sit back,
relax,
grab a drink,
and enjoy the motherfucking show.
Girl, I'm just trying to figure out why you put your shades on.
These are my reporter glasses. We got a few news stories to report. News stories. Let me get me a refill of my. Excuse me. Let me get me a refresher on my cocktail before we get into this. Are all systems go? Are we
in here, child?
Is it in sync? Because I'm not moving on the screen.
Are we freezing, y'all?
Are we freezing? Are our lips in sync?
Hey, y'all!
Is it in sync?
It's in sync.
No, they said it's freezing. They said it's lagging.
Somebody said doing a little 1-2.
It's doing a little. It's a little wonky.
Somebody said my page is good. Somebody said you're not freezing.
Oh, that was Monquetta.
Some people say it's freezing. Some people say not. Somebody say it's in sync now.
They said it's delayed. Okay, listen. What's up, everybody? I'm Craig the Writer Stewart.
And I'm your boy, KeonStafford.
Welcome to the final Thursday Night Live,
where we give you funny shit
to take your mind off the bullshit.
So sit back,
relax,
grab a drink,
and enjoy the motherfucking show. So, let me just say this first before we get started, before we get into this. Keon and I have already talked about this off camera, but I believe that every day that we're alive, we should learn and grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything that I said stands true in terms of us not doing the Thursday Night Lives anymore. and my feelings are valid. And I believe people's feelings are valid.
But
I want to apologize publicly. I apologize to him already on FaceTime. What was that? Tuesday? Or Wednesday?
Tuesday. We talked Tuesday and Wednesday.
Right. So I apologize Tuesday. And I apologize to Keon because he saw the live. When he came into the live, I was already on my rocket ship going up.
I was like this. Woo! I said, excuse me, girl, wait.
And so we had already had the conversation. I had already told him the day before, listen, I'm really at the point where I don't want to do the Thursday Night Lives anymore. But when I was having the conversation with you guys on, was it Tuesday? I guess Tuesday. And I was making my mango black bean salad, and y'all got in the comments talking about, well, what's going on with the Thursday? And I just kind of went off. So he saw that and he heard that. And so I apologized to him publicly, but because I said it publicly, I apologized to him privately, but because I said it publicly, I'm big enough and man enough and grown enough and adult enough to apologize publicly. Well, and I wanted to apologize. I know you accepted my apology, but I wanted to apologize to you because it is never my intention to hurt your feelings.
Right.
I love you. You are my friend.
Girl, make me cry this live.
I know. And so when we were talking on the FaceTime that day, he said, I don't really want to cry. He started tearing up. And I said, Keon, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to hurt your feelings. And it is not my intention to hurt your feelings. And so I apologize for hurting your feelings.
Girl, you got my eyes watering now.
Right. Not if I hurt your feelings, because I saw that his feelings were hurt. And not because his feelings weren't hurt because we decided that we're not going to do the lives on Thursday anymore, but because of how I was saying it when I was talking to you guys. And so I want to apologize. And it's not my intention to hurt your feelings. I love you. You are my friend. And I definitely wanted to let you know that I never want to see you hurt. And I never want to intentionally hurt you. So I apologize for hurting your feelings. Not if I hurt your feelings, but for hurting your feelings. So I wanted to say that to you guys.
Yes, I thank you. Because
in front of you guys.
Yeah, because we definitely had a conversation or whatever. So like I explained to Craig, when I came in, it was like the first thing I heard was Keon full of shit. Because I just pop in on the live.
When he came into the live, that was the first thing
that's the first thing I heard. So I was like, whoa, hold on. So that's why I come in and I told him, I said, you know what, I went back. I said to see where it started and, just before just going off of whatever. That's why I said, if you guys seen, I said, I'm going to just go ahead and exit out the live. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to see it. But I went back and I was just like, oh, my God. So we wound up talking to whatever. And, we moved past it or whatever. But that's not why we're in it. It's just, like we were saying earlier,
it takes a toll.
It takes a toll. Yeah.
It's a toll. So our Patreon people is scrolling down at the bottom. The link is scrolling down at the bottom. We just did I don't know, I guess about an hour or so long.
Yeah, Patreon. But we did one Tuesday too.
We did one Tuesday. And so those of you that are on our Patreon, you already heard part of this anyway. But we just did, because I got over here probably 7:30 today. So we started filming Patreon from that point. So you guys will get Patreon tonight, and we're going to make a concerted effort to give you guys Patreon on a consistent basis.
Right.
The thing though is we are not ending the live because we no longer want to do it, because it just takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
And like I was just saying on our Patreon that you guys are going to see tonight when we upload it, StreamYard is $50 a month. I pay for my StreamYard and he pays for his StreamYard. That's $600 a year. So when I say there's overhead. That's aside from everything that I have going on separately and what he has going on separately. And I'm not even just talking about our personal lives. I have a mortgage. He got overhead at his house, but it's also business expenses. And as I said the other day, I got telling our stories that I've paid for out of pocket. And so when we make the effort, when he packs his bag and leaves his job on Thursdays and he comes to my house to change clothes, and like he driving 30 minutes to get to my house and 30 minutes to get back to his house. Like gas has gone up for everybody. You understand? Groceries have gone up. We had to eat. You'll see us eating tonight on the page.
Baby, we ate down.
We had to order food because he's getting off work and I'm coming over here from doing what I was doing. So it's like we're putting out all this extra money, and the support on Thursdays has changed. we understand that there's a recession.
Right.
So that's why we haven't said, because things have changed for you guys too. Grocery has gone up.
Mhm.
I'm doing lives and stuff with Jack and Elliot.
Mhm.
I'm buying food and all that. Like, this shit is expensive.
Right.
And so it was just like, okay, we're gonna have to pivot. So we will still give you guys lives,
but we want to be dedicated.
Correct.
To only just Thursday. We may just pop up. Y'all know we'll just say pop up, or we'll post it earlier or something that nature. But you will get Patreon. We will say that.
Right. So we'll give you Patreon because we know you guys have subscribed to Patreon, and we'll make the effort to do that. But as far as these lives go, it's just like we'll just have to do it when we're able to do it. And because it just takes, it's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And it's expensive. So anyway, that's that.
Right. That's that. So we want to clear the air. We want to talk, and get things, because baby, we see the comments. Some of y'all agree with Craig, some of y'all agree with me, some of y'all was in the middle, some of y'all, we understand that. We know we get on the internet, and there's people who are in the limelight or on the internet. Sometimes you'll think y'all don't know what we talk about outside of this live. You get what I'm saying? So everything, all is well. So y'all put y'all guns down. All is well. All is well. Okay.
And the thing too is, we do love doing the lives. It's not that we don't like doing it. It's just, as I just said, and we're never gonna fall out. Just like Madison has said before about me and her. We're never gonna fall out about this.
Yeah.
No, that's not gonna happen. So it doesn't matter whose side you. It doesn't matter whose side you on. We're gonna be okay.
Bitch. You can say it like that.
No,
but we get it. So let me say this. We get it because, like you say, I'm glad that you guys hold us accountable. Because sometimes I'll say some shit, or sometimes Craig can say some shit, and we see y'all comments, y'all be like, well, they ain't have to say it like this, or they ain't have to say it like that, or Keon may have owed him. Because I see some of y'all comments, or Craig may have owed him this, or baby, y'all probably jumped in Craig DM. Some of y'all have jumped in mine. I just left it alone. Me and Craig talk. I ain't responded. We just kept it moving.
Right.
So,
but yeah. So anyway, so that's that.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's been going on,
bitch? My life has been kind of boring lately.
Your life have or has?
It has been kind of boring.
I'm still gonna check you for your.
Oh, bitch. Whatever.
He about bad as them restaurant reviews. But go ahead.
So it's been kind of boring. I really haven't been doing that. Really just been coming home. It's been a change in the workplace. So I really just
with
been
your boss.
Yeah, with the bosses and stuff like that. So no, really, I just be drained. Coming home, going to sleep. I may get on the phone and bake a little cake for a minute, and then
bake a little cake.
Yeah, let me just talk on the phone and gossip a little bit.
Caking.
Oh,
so you say caking, and look. Child, they want me to pay for everything. My mom and them do. Child, they would let me have it. Wait, we're gonna circle back to this. But this is like when I was home for Father's Day, and I was telling you all how my mother infiltrated Father's Day, and they all in the comments then. Well, you could have paid for her too. Girl, no, she had Mother's Day. You understand what I'm saying? It's like they just think that I just go out in my backyard and pull money from the tree.
Yeah. It costs.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you say caking on the phone. I always say smoking. I was on the phone smoking with Elliot, or I was smoking with this one. But you talking about caking. You talking about somebody you like. You talking about somebody you like.
But I gossip and smoke on the phone with my friends too.
Yeah, you love a good gossip.
Baby, listen.
Now, speaking of gossip, y'all ready for this gossip?
Because, girl, they said they was over there cheating somewhere.
Let me get over here into this.
Hey, Hollywood Jen. And let me tell you something. While we on live.
There we go.
While we on live. Because I don't want to. Let me tell you something. I don't want a bitch to think. Y'all. I want a bitch to think not for 1 second that I'm mad that bitch you over there recording with Hollywood G.
Because they were saying that in the comments too.
Let me tell you something. I don't want you. Let me tell you something. She mine before she anybody else's on, okay? So I ain't mad at shit. She mine before anybody else is on, okay? So I ain't mad at that. Actually, I wanted to meet the young fella.
He wanted to meet you too.
I want to meet the young fella. So we're gonna all get together one day. But don't y'all think for 1 second. Because I'm her one and only child, baby. One and only.
Now and forever.
She only pushed out 1 time, okay? So don't y'all think it's because of Hollywood Jen that we end because of Hollywood Jen. No, baby.
Oh, God.
I don't want y'all to think that. So let me just clear the air out, okay? I just want to say that. Because I seen the comments too. Well, maybe he mad because Hollywood Jen. No, baby. I knew before y'all knew that him and Hollywood Jen was getting together. For those who are on the Patreon.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, but no, Genesis has wanted to do a live with you. And look. See, here's somebody here now talking about Craig got a younger replacement. No. This why for a long time I didn't read the comments.
And I really don't read the comments either. But I did see, you just go be nosy. And I did see that. But I just wanted to clear the motherfucker out and address that. Because that ain't the problem.
Right. But the thing is, it's like it was never that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've shared this with them before. He was at the show. He came to the Queen Supreme Court just like you came to the Queen Supreme Court.
Right.
And that was it. And then he messaged me and was like, hey, have you ever thought about doing skits? I want to do a skit. And I said, okay, cool. That was it. But everybody, but there's enough of me for everybody. There's enough of me for everybody. Oh my God. Let's see. Tasha said, Craig, I would love your input. I've been wanting to start my book and I admire you so much. Let's book a one-on-one. Email me through my website, booktherwriter@gmail.com. Let's do a one-on-one and we can talk and I can kind of walk you through it. Or you can sign up for my Patreon, but sign up for the tier that's for aspiring writers. I put everything that I know on that tier. And it talks about copywriting, how to set up your outline, how to find somebody to do your cover for your book, your editor, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we were about to get into the first story.
Yeah, because I wanted to get into this cheating ass, lying ass, scamming ass.
Do y'all recognize that nigga right there?
They said that's that woman who do that gospel album that ain't sell that many copies over there and that took her sister money. They say that's her husband.
That's that lady who said she's in an open marriage. But she put out a gospel album. What's her name again?
They said something Scott or some shit like that.
Wasn't she in that group from the 90s? And
as Kai would say, every man wants one.
Yeah. What
Latosha, something like
that's
that.
That's it, Latasha. That's her husband. So yeah, so they were saying that
he was
out on the town. That's Rocky. Not the Rocky that's in my second book. That's her Rocky.
Rocky getting some rocks off.
But see, I had jumped down in the comments because I first saw this story over there on Funky Dineva's page. Mm-hmm. And I went down in the comments and I said, well, why y'all acting so shocked and appalled? That lady had already told y'all that they had an open marriage.
Open.
That lady had already told y'all that she knew everything and that there were no secrets. And they had an open marriage. And she announced that on the cusp
of her still her sister.
Well, she did that after, but she announced that when they were about to put out this gospel album. So now I don't understand why she would talk about being in an open marriage and she about to put out a gospel album. Now, please be clear. There are plenty of gospel artists that are infidels They're in open marriages. They are homosexuals.
I was supposed to say in the closet.
But they're not going to announce it like she did. And then she circled back and said, well, no, I didn't mean we had an open marriage like that. I just meant we had open communication. See, this is why I say communication.
1 + 1 = 2.
Right. See, this is why I say communication is our partner, clarity is our friend. See, she thought we were all fools. She thought we had missed that.
Right, like Candy say, the lies.
Right. So she thought that we were going to be like, oh, that's what she meant. No, girl. We heard you.
And we picked up what you put down.
The first time.
The very first one.
But that's her husband. You see him over there in that hotel. Now, I don't know who that was shooting that video, because there was a video that was floating around. All I saw was the floor. So my other comment on Funky Dineva's page was, well, who was that who was filming? Because the cameraman did a horrible job.
I would have walked up. Ain't you Latasha's husband? You know, we can get messy.
Yeah, they were in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
He probably was taking her to the Usher show.
Where he can take his wife at, because she over there singing.
But you know what? When I watched that reality show, I ain't never really see no kind of affection between this.
Mm-hmm.
Between them.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen any type of affection between them.
Right.
Between them. Like, they've hugged, but I've never seen them kiss. It's never felt really genuine or looked genuine to me. So to me, it just kind of looks like it was an arrangement.
Right. And you know, they can say what they want to say about Tiny and T.I.
And that's another arrangement.
I think they truly love each other crazy.
I'm not saying they don't.
And I don't think So you think
I'm not frozen, I'm just paused.
You think Todd and Candy arrangement too?
I don't really know the intricacies of that. Now, what I do think is that they may
they swing around.
They might do a little some of that.
Do you think he get paid?
And then I didn't say all of that. See,
I just asked you a question, Craig.
I don't know.
But what worked for somebody matches what worked for their marriage.
But what I do think is T.I. and Tiny.
Oh, they get down with the getting down.
She's agreed to just overlook a lot of shit. But you know what I'm starting to believe, as you know, as I see more in life and the world and stuff like that, I really do think that a lot of relationships that straight, gay, whatever, I think a lot of relationships that have sustained for decades,
mm-hmm.
a lot of times what I'm really learning is in order to get to 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, you really have to be willing to
go through the ups and downs, Craig. You got to.
And you got to be really willing to accept
your partner,
their flaws, their mistakes, the things that weren't mistakes that they did, the things that they did that were intentional, that you have to forgive. You know, if you really want to reach those milestone years, like, your relationship is not going to be flawless. It's not going to be flawless. Like, you're gonna go through some ups and downs. You're gonna go through those moments where, yeah, it's just a lot. And see, and I've said this, I don't know if I'm built for that. Yeah. I don't know if I'm built like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff that Tiny has gone through.
You don't think you can make it past what Tiny went through?
Yeah, like if a person has cheated on me multiple times and, you know, you didn't got hurt and you crying and you separate for 3 months or 6 months or a year or whatever it is, then y'all circle back and y'all get back together. Then a couple more good years happen. And then the motherfucker cheat again. And then, like, you're not going to yo-yo me. Look.
I love a good yo-yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know if I could do that. Because I just feel like at some point, we're just fundamentally different.
Mm-hmm.
We have something different. We want something different. And I just don't know. And I really do think that you have to decide that this is the person that you want to live your life with, and you're willing to overlook all of that stuff, up and down, good and bad. You know what I mean? Because the reality is there are 7 billion people, in the world. So the chances are, whoever you end up in a relationship with, they're gonna step out, or you gonna step out.
The 80-20. I say that all the time.
So you have to really decide what your true deal breakers are. Is it a deal breaker if a motherfucker cheat? Because then if it's not, then you have to then say, okay, it's a deal breaker if they cheated and then they built a relationship with the person. If there was an emotional care. Some people can overlook it if the person just fucked once or twice.
Right.
And that it was a one or two and done. But then it's a whole nother level of cheating if the person cheated and there was an emotional connection. They were in love with the other person. Like
Rashida. Well, you don't watch Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that. But Rashida Kurt had a baby on Rashida.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have got through that. I got a friend who went through that.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have got through that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Dr. Beautiful Podcast, the Patreon link is scrolling down here. You see it, patreon.com/Craig and Keon. But it's just like, I think that
let me see if I can add this.
I just think that when people make it, like, so we had a very long conversation at my house the last time I had a barbecue. And there was a woman there who was invited by a friend. And she's been married to her husband for 47 years. It was either 47 or 42 years. I think it was 47 years. Well, this lady also likes to dip and dive in the ladies' pond.
In the lady pond.
Now, she's married to a man, been with this man for 47 years. But she has been in a 16-year relationship with a woman. And then she was in another relationship with another woman for 12 years. Now, she's been with this man for 47. But during the course of that marriage, she had a relationship that was 16 years, and she had one that was 12 or 14. And so we had this whole debate and this whole conversation. It was like, well, why did you stay with this man? Or why didn't you leave the man for the... I'm really starting to think that, and it really is becoming scary to me. I really kind of feel like people are moving away from building a life with one person. I think people are becoming more vocal and more open about wanting to have multiple partners. It's becoming there's this whole conversation that happens out in the zeitgeist where it's like, yeah, we have an open relationship, we don't ask any questions, we do this, we do that. And I really kind of feel like there's this narrative now, well, it's not natural to be monogamous. And it's not that. And I will say this. I do think that for some people, monogamy is natural.
Yeah.
It comes natural to them.
Natural, yeah.
It doesn't take a lot of effort for you to just be one person. I'm not a person that wants to date 4 and 5 people at a time.
No, it was a time that I would try to, but bitch, I got too old. Now I can't do all that.
Now. If it ain't nothing close and tight, yeah, I can kind of float around with a couple different people, but I don't really like that. Like at some point, I gotta hone in on one. I gotta hone in on one because I don't want to be trying to juxtapose and juggle.
And that's more money, shit.
It's more money, and then there's too much disease and shit out here, and it's just too much going on, right? But I feel like more people are open to the idea of having a side piece or having multiple relationships going on concurrently.
I think too, you know what, Craig? I think nowadays it's more of the adrenaline, the rush, the get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I say all the time, I always use this 80-20 rule. Y'all always hear me say 80-20. But baby, that motherfucking 20% is powerful. It's what you're missing.
Are you missing something, or are you just being greedy?
I think it's what you're missing. I think it's what you're missing, Craig, because I think you build up to the 100%.
No. You're never going to get 100% from anybody.
As a whole, you build up to.
You're not getting 100% from anybody. No one can give you, me, or any of these people watching 100%. You know, it's impossible. That is impossible. And I think that what happens is a lot of times when people feel like that, they're searching for something outside of themselves. Mm-hmm. They're expecting someone outside of them to fill them, to make them whole. Mm-hmm. It's not my job to make you whole. It's not my job to make you happy. I can compliment, C-O-M-P-L-E, not compliment with C-O-M-P-L-I. Compliment with the I is, oh, that's a nice shirt. Compliment like we make a great team is C-O-M-P-L-E, M-E-N-T. I can compliment you. I can add to your life. But I can't make you whole. I cannot do that. And it's unfair for you to expect that from me. Mm-hmm. It's unfair. And I know a lot of times people in relationships will try to be everything to their partner, but you can't. You'll run yourself ragged trying to do that. Or you'll do it for a period of time, maybe in the beginning of the relationship. You'll try to get it done, and you'll try to, you opening up doors, and, and all of that is fine. But like you're trying to pay all of the bills, or you're trying to be all romantic.
That really don't impress me.
Eventually, you have to get to a point where it's just like you have to settle into the relationship, and like that stuff has to come to you because it's second nature. Mm-hmm. Second nature. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm going to open the door for you and stuff, I need to be opening the door because they come second nature to me. Right. Don't do it just because I'm trying to impress you. Because then you're trying to hold up and keep that up 10, 15 years into the marriage. But here's the other part. We're changing and growing every single day. And I think it's almost unfair to expect that the person that you're with and the person that you are is going to be the same 5 years in or 3 years in or whatever.
You grow.
You know what I'm saying? You grow. And sometimes you just change your mind.
And life happens.
And you change what you want. You change your expectations. Like, you can start off with somebody and you both say that you're on the same page and you want the same kind of relationship. But 3 years in, they can change.
Yeah, because my expectation now is not what it was 3-4 years ago.
Right.
In a relationship. So you're
forever evolving.
Yes. Speaking of that, I wanted to not the culture. We can circle back around to it because I just dropped the link because I know some people want to come on. What do you think about this Kiki Palmer situation?
Well, what happened?
So she was dressed in this mesh outfit. And she went to the Usher concert.
Oh, really? What happened?
What you did, bitch?
I didn't do nothing. I was trying to put that comment up.
Which one?
I don't see it now.
Yeah, but anyways, with Kiki, she went dressed up in a mesh outfit, to the Usher concert. To the Usher concert, somebody recorded her and everything. And her baby dad got on there and was just like, "You're a mother, and like, why you dressed like that, etc., etc." Me personally, I really didn't.
We don't have a picture of it.
Yeah, I can pull up the video.
Go ahead. You personally what?
I personally didn't think that it was something wrong with what she had on.
Well, let me see. And then
I'm gonna show you the video.
Is this it?
Yes.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't see there was nothing wrong with that.
It's like a little bathing suit type thing up under this.
Right.
So he just
dressed it up a little classy.
Well, it sounds to me like the baby father is just a little jealous
because it's Usher.
He was a little insecure.
Yeah,
he probably felt a little insecure.
Khalid, we live.
He know we live. His knucklehead ass. Somebody said, yet he has pictures of himself in boxers and stuff. See, that is the thing that will crumble a relationship. Insecurities. and I talk about that in Book of Jewels. A relationship can't cure or heal insecurities.
Right.
If you come into this relationship with insecurities, they're going to be amplified.
They're gonna be
They're going to be amplified and magnified. There's nothing, a relationship can't heal that. That's why you have to work on that
prior to you
getting in it. You know, because again, and I say this all the time, love is not ownership or control. And when you start trying to dictate what a person wears, now granted, you know, I wouldn't want to be with somebody who's walking outside half naked. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, if it's just a thing where you are insecure about whatever they wear, if they wear something that's form-fitting or just whatever, you know, because again, and I've said this so many times, and Robert, that comment that I just put up, said something similar. The qualities that often draw people to you are often the same qualities that make them insecure once they're in the relationship with you. So if a person is drawn to you because you got a beautiful body, because you're intelligent, you're well-traveled, you're successful in your career, you have great looks, whatever. Those are the same thing. You're very popular. People love you and you know want to cling to you and be around you.
Yeah,
you know, you're like, you're this gregarious person. Those are oftentimes the same things that make them very insecure when they're with you.
I definitely agree with that, Craig. I definitely agree with that. I agree. That's what draws them away, and as they draw to you, I definitely agree with that. But also too, people just got to work on themselves.
Oh well, apparently he said it on Twitter. Okay.
But somebody commented and said, he took a picture, but he had his legs open like this. And somebody said, "Hey, you got your legs open, close your legs," because how he had it, like he had the shorts on and stuff like that. You can see his body and stuff like that. So, I think I don't know why everybody since it seemed like for some reason since Kiki had her baby, everybody just be after her now. Like every little thing she do, people was like constantly at her. They at her. Yes, she enjoying her life. You gotta think about she is still young as well.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Where's her Instagram page?
She had a baby. I think she deleted her Instagram account.
She deleted her Instagram? Because I was following her. Oh, she must have put it on freeze. Where's her? Deleted his social media. Oh, he deleted his too? I was just looking for her and I don't see her.
I said, oh, she on here. Is that her?
Yeah. Oh, it's just Kiki.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
She on there.
So I wanted to get over to his page.
He deleted it.
Because he had commented under.
But he deleted his page, Craig.
No, there it is. That's him.
Right. Ciara did the same thing. They bashed Ciara about what she had on.
At the Usher show?
Oh, no, it wasn't Usher show. It was some show. But they ate her up. But she was real. She was really thinking.
But I'm gonna tell you something. When a person is really insecure like that in your relationship, a lot of times they don't trust you because they don't trust themselves. They monitoring what you're wearing. They monitoring what's going on in your phone. And it's like, well, what's in your phone?
What's in yours?
What you doing when I'm not around? You know what I'm saying? When people do that.
Yeah, but you know what, Craig? A lot of times too, we really ignore the signs from the beginning.
Yeah,
we
projection. That's what it is.
We ignore the signs from the beginning. Oh, he won't do that to me because he did that to her, or because he did that to him, or she did that to him, but she won't do that to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm kind of in a space where I'm, and I hate to say this, but I really kind of feel like I just don't know if I ever want to really be in a relationship again.
I'll tell you all the time, that's that hurt you talking like that.
I don't know.
That's the hurt you talking like that. You started talking like that before, but that's the hurt you talk like that. But you know what? I read something earlier. Don't lose your train of thought. I read something earlier saying when you naturally want to love somebody, or you naturally is a relationship oriented person, sometimes you keep going. You don't, you be hurt at the beginning, or you work through different things, but you actually stick it out. Like you try to love again. Because I say the same thing. I don't think I'm gonna find somebody else, or I'm gonna talk to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But when you're a natural person who craves that love, you go for it.
And I understand what you're saying, because like I was saying a few moments ago, I am a relationship oriented person,
Mm-hmm.
and I am a person that is wired to be monogamous. That doesn't mean I couldn't cheat, but I'm wired to be monogamous,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not my natural instinct or inclination to try to get over on somebody that don't, because I don't like deception. And I really feel like, you know what I really want to say? And I don't know if I'm going to write this somewhere or what, but this has been brewing and bubbling in my mind for a little while now.
Mm.
Excuse me. Thank you, Genesis.
Thank you. Yeah, damn. Thank you, Jen.
I kind of feel like we don't really spend enough time thinking about the mental health of the person we're in a relationship with when we do fuck shit. Like when you cheating on your partner, are you really thinking about the mental capacity, their mental capacity? Are you really thinking about how that could really break them in an emotional way? I say that because I've shared this story before. I have a cousin. She's now deceased. She died of breast cancer a couple years ago.
Mm.
But I write about this in my first book. My cousin Lisa, her first relationship was with a guy that she was really in love with. This was her first. Like, she was a virgin when she met him. Like, this was her first true love.
Uh-huh.
And so she learned later that he was cheating and this, that, and that. He was dating this other girl and da-da-da. Mm-hmm. I personally believe that my cousin ended up getting pregnant and having the baby because she thought that was going to be something that was going to keep the relationship. Mm-hmm. And it didn't matter, right? He continued on with his life and they never got back together. My cousin, subsequent to that, had a nervous breakdown.
Mm.
Again, I tell this full story in my first book. A lot of times you guys think that my first two books are just about me being gay. No, it's a lot of layers in there. And so she ended up having this nervous breakdown. And I remember at the time, I was young. I was preteen. I probably was 12, something like that, maybe going into 13. And my cousins, who were all older, they all felt like she only had this breakdown because of this relationship.
The relationship, right.
That's what caused her to snap.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was writing Words Never Spoken, my first book, I was an adult by then. And I was reevaluating and thinking about all of that stuff that I heard growing up. I don't think that it was just that. That may have been a great part of it, a big part of it, substantial part of it. But she was working full time. She was a full-time student at Coppin State. And she was, she had the bill, the college bill, and you know what I'm saying? And then she had this relationship, then she was pregnant. I think it was all of those things that worked together that caused this breakdown. Mm-hmm. But like my cousins, a lot of them stopped talking to him, the guy, and they were all really close at one time. But they stopped talking to him because they felt like he was the reason.
He was the reason.
All that to say, I do think that there are instances where you can do some fuck shit and you could really break a person's spirit. You could really break a person's soul. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that we think about that. I think for some, it feels like, oh, it's fun and game. Oh, it's cute. Oh, we're just going to do this. We're just going to be hanging out. Oh, he'll never find out. Or she'll never find out. But I just think that when you really care about a person and you really love a person, there's certain things that you want to protect them from.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know you don't have the capacity to give that person the relationship that you know they want, then let them go. Say to them, you know what? I really, really love you. And because it would hurt them less if you walked away than for them to find out that you've been deceiving them for years at a time.
They can respect you. They can respect you.
And I just don't think that we think about that. And, and I've been saying this for years. And, in Book of Jewels, the dedication, in the dedication of Book of Jewels, I say, this is my love letter to Black people. Mm. I say that I think that we need to learn to be sweeter and kinder to each other, not just in business, but in our personal lives and friendships and relationships. And I just think that I wouldn't want to hurt another Black person in that way just because I'm on some old fuck shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me that you really love me and you are intentionally and actively deceiving me behind my back.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a hard pill to swallow. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think that people think about that when they're sneaking around and lying to their loved one, especially if you have a family and children, and you telling your wife or your girlfriend that you're over here when the truth is you're over there. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand it. I don't. And so I'm just in a space where I don't know, because I know what's out there. I know there's just a lot of trash out there. I just don't know if I ever want to get to the point where I even think about building with a person. I'm not saying I won't love, but what I'm saying is I don't know if I want to get to the space where I'm talking about planning a life with someone. I talk about living together, buying a home. I don't know if I need that.
I think it's just right now because of what you've been through.
I don't know if I have to have it, though.
It's not saying that you don't have to have it. It's just like what we were talking about up there about the kids, about having kids. I think just because of where you at right now, it's not like you're yearning for it. You know what I'm saying? I think, but it will come. You may not see it now, but I think because I do know you want to be in a relationship. I do know you want to love somebody. I do know you want the white picket fix, et cetera, et cetera. I know that. So right now, you're still doing the healing and your self-work as well. I think it's going to come. I don't think right now, no.
I'm not saying that I don't think it's going to come. But what I'm saying is I don't think that when you're in a relationship with somebody and things have changed for them, people aren't always forthcoming and say enough to say, listen, things have changed for me, and I think I want to move in a different direction. People would rather lie and cheat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about me. I'm just saying in general. When I look at the landscape of relationships, like I'm looking at people and I'm just
somebody gonna quote you. So remember,
relationships are the place that we go to learn and grow. You know, relationships are the place that we learn and grow. I believe that, but it's just like I just feel like people a lot of times bring their trauma into relationships. And they do what feels good for the moment.
I think we all come in relationships with trauma. Right?
Yeah.
I think it's about being open.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that
because a lot of people don't be open to seeing, hey, I experienced this or I experienced that. And this is what triggers me to maybe think like this or to react like this. You get what I'm saying? Not everybody. A lot of people are embarrassed or ashamed to talk about their trauma or what they've been through.
Right.
So I'm learning.
But what I believe too is, and I believe this for a very long time. This isn't anything recent. I believe that we're living in a time where people generally, gay, straight, bi, whatever. I think people are genuinely afraid of being emotionally naked. I believe that I think that's written in Book of Jewels. I wrote Book of Jewels when? You know what I'm saying? I wrote that years ago.
I agree with you, Alicia. You don't have to be married to be in a long-term relationship. I know somebody been together 20-something years and they're not married yet.
And that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I don't know if I have to be living with the person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we may have a commitment, but you live in your house, I'm going to live in my house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to take it all with a grain of salt.
I'm sorry, Craig. I don't think I can do the separate houses. No, but you know,
I don't know if I want to do that.
At first, you know, we can be in separate houses, but at some point we got to be in the same house. I want us to be under one roof. I personally just don't believe in that. If we in separate houses, shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said too, you got to be vulnerable. And a lot of people don't like to be vulnerable. Everybody like to, and I think especially in our community, everybody want to be the tough one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a whole nother layer of conversation.
Yeah.
And when it comes to black men, and I've said this so many times before, black men that are straight, that are gay, that are bisexual, whatever, black men in general have been raised in single female-run households. So most black men don't have a demonstration of what it looks like to be in a
right.
They don't have a demonstration. They haven't witnessed what a partnership looks like.
Right.
Because most were raised by their mother, a auntie, a grandmother.
A grandmother.
My fundamental years, I had my parents.
Me too.
Now that I'm sitting here thinking, and I've never thought about this before. I've said that before, but I've never thought about this before. I think I've only been in one relationship with one person whose parents were together through their fundamental years. Every other person that I've dated, they had a single mother. And so it's like, and I think it shows differently.
You know what, Craig?
It plays out differently.
None that you just said that.
And that one person that I was in that relationship with was that motherfucker that I just told you about the other week. I saw at the gym and I didn't speak to him. But that was the healthiest partner that I've ever had. Like, he was always trying to work things out and try to partner and figure things out. He was always trying to come to Jesus. Every other guy that I've ever dated, they had a single mother who was bitter or single or didn't have no consistent man in her life. So they didn't have a demonstration of what a relationship looked like.
Yeah.
And they didn't fight as hard as I did.
Yeah.
That's a difference.
That's interesting that you said that.
Now, what were you going to say? You were going to say that about your...
Yeah. Two of them had single parents. One of them mother was like, she was like a Mama D, a pimp, and was...
His mama was a pimp.
And doing other shit to get, her raise her kids, because she had a whole bunch of kids. One of them was blessed to have a stepfather, and then the last one, child, had a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
wow. That is true. But we talked about this. I said the next time I actually get into a relationship, the person is going to have a 2-parent household. But
even when you say and do all of that, it doesn't.
The reason why I say that, Craig, is because
it doesn't guarantee.
It doesn't. But for me, your chances are higher, because just how I look at it, I've seen both of my parents together through like my fundamental years, and I've seen them through up and down, thick and thin. Now that doesn't always mean that it's right, because
it doesn't always mean that it's healthy.
Right. That you've seen them through ups and downs and thick and thin. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you have a chance of being more of a fighter of what you want on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or building towards a stronger relationship. It's not easier to just walk away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
So someone is asking, the story that I just told you, Carrington is in my first book. That's the person that I said I was in a relationship with who grew up under a 2-parent
mm-hmm.
household.
Mm-hmm.
So the breaking point in that relationship, and I say this in the book, I was emotionally immature.
Mm-hmm.
I think we spend a lot of time talking about how people have failed us or let us down in relationships, but we too have been other people's disappointment.
Yeah.
I understand that I've been people's disappointment too.
But it takes growth to admit that and say that.
Yeah. And I believe, if I'm gonna really tie this whole thing up, I really believe that that's why he struggles with speaking to me when he sees me in public. Because I think I broke his heart. And I can't say that he never recovered from it, but when there's pain, love's still alive.
Love's still alive.
Right? And so I think that's why he struggles with speaking to me or looking at me in person, or you know what I mean? Because he never forgave me for breaking his heart.
So why you don't speak to that man that you why you won't speak to the man that you just saw last week? Do you feel that it's still some pain there?
No. I always would speak. That's what I'm saying. I think there's still pain from his perspective because I broke his heart.
Okay.
And I don't think he ever forgave me for breaking his heart. He didn't want that relationship to end, but I was emotionally immature.
So do you think that
I didn't know how to work through simple things?
But do you think you owe him an apology?
I apologized years ago.
Okay.
I did. I apologized years ago. And I said to him, I said, you really are a good guy. You're a good man. And I said, I just wasn't ready. when you came into my life. I was young. I was 27. I was trying to get my stage play off the ground.
Yeah.
I was just starting to write Say It in the Car, all of those greeting cards.
You was
I was
focusing
young,
on you.
right? And he was established. He's a dentist. He had his own practice. He was 5 years older, even though some of you say that I like the younger boys, but I always dated older. He was like,
I want you to say that last part again. Say it again. Because since I know you, everybody been younger.
no, the last one that I was just talking to is older. You never met him, though.
Okay, 1 out of 10.
We've all been someone's disappointment. And so, all that to say, I told him years ago, I said, you're really a good guy. And I said, it wasn't you. I said, it was never you. And I said, it truly was me. I said, I didn't have the tools. I was 27. I didn't have the tools. And I didn't know how to work through small stuff. Like when I think back to the stuff that used to cause me to be like, I don't think we should be together. Like it was so silly.
Yeah.
It was silly shit. Stuff that I know how to work through now, just through simple conversation. And this is why I say to people all the time, like when they say, oh, I want to be in a relationship, I'm tired of being single. Work on your shit. Work on your stuff.
I was just thinking this. I don't think
he maybe couldn't receive it then. Maybe couldn't. No, he's married now. And I wouldn't want to spin the block. I wouldn't want to. But no, I wouldn't.
You want to spin the block? You want to go in that man's house and shake something up?
No,
don't do that. That's because karma's a bitch.
Trust.
Karma come back and she.
I wouldn't want to spin the block. But my point is, I think I would, Robert. I don't know when, but I do think that I would write another book at some point. I don't know when though. But no, I mean, I did go to him and I said that to him. I said all of that to him, and but it's just really hard to. And then the other thing is, I don't think men really mature, straight or gay, until they're in a later season in their life. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with a man in his 30s and 40s, the chances are very great that he's not going to be able to be just focused on you. Because, you're young and you're still exploring. And, again, there's 7 billion people in the world. Right. You're not the only one that's going to be able to grab a person's attention. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that sometimes it takes a person to really mature and get to a space in their life where they really, truly want to settle down.
Yeah.
They're not settling down because you asked them to.
They're
settling down because they want to do it.
They want to do it.
Yeah, I definitely want to I definitely want Words Never Spoken to be a play, a stage play. I definitely do. But wait, didn't we have another story?
I don't know, girl. We had got something to this.
We had got something wrapped up in this. I'm laughing at Shavonda. Okay, so let's get into this. So Megan Thee Stallion, this was Essence Festival was this past weekend.
Girl, I love India.Arie, but girl, I don't know. I'm gonna let you give your opinion first on this one.
So Essence Festival was this past weekend. And let me move this down so y'all can see this. Where is it here? In banners?
Yeah, take it down. Yeah.
No, not that.
The
I need to take this one down. Okay, so India.Arie posted on the Essence Festival Instagram or somewhere. Basically, Megan Thee Stallion did a twerking scene on the stage, and Janelle Monáe went up there, and she was twerking and carrying on. A bunch of people from the audience was up there twerking, and so India.Arie felt like, there's a time and place for everything. There were children there. And at what point do we evolve as a culture that we don't resort to this? So she says, the issue is what is context. Humanity does everything. But does everything belong in a stage? No. Is everything for kids? No. Is everything for everybody? No. So when we as a culture make something like this mainstream, meaning Essence Festival, it shows a lack of discretion and discernment. To those in the comments who laugh at anyone who wants these things for our culture, you certainly have that right. Just as many folks have the right to want our culture, our mainstream international export our music to show us in a respectful light. There's a couple typos in here, but I know what she's saying. I like to go on record and saying this won't age well, and that's my issue. I love Janelle and Meg the way I love us all, and I don't like this moment. Don't bother debating me, laughing out loud. I don't care, and I do this. For 25 years, I've done this. So read, ponder, or don't. Now, here's my thing. I feel like I understand what she's saying. And I understand what she's saying because in some instances, I feel this way when I say things about Black gay culture. Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes Black queer people, in particular Black gay men, feel like I'm being so highbrow. Like if I criticize, like everybody's on, it feels like everybody's on OnlyFans, or it seems like everybody's going to these deviant parties, and like people that are single, people that are in relationships, they go into these deviant parties. And those of you who don't know what a deviant party is, it's just like these parties that are thrown in different cities, Atlanta, DC, New York, wherever. And it's a bunch of gay men that throw these parties, and they're dressed up in underwear. They're dressed up in underwear. They're in leather. They're in like sexual G-strings, like whatever. You know what I mean? It's like,
so you feel there's something wrong with that?
I didn't say it was something wrong with it.
I asked you a question.
I didn't say, that's what I'm saying. I didn't say there was something wrong with it. But what I'm saying is, at what point do we offer something other than sex and body? Is that all? I personally believe, and I've said this so many times, we are God's most gifted and talented people. But sometimes all we do is put out sex.
Okay.
See, like everybody,
that is true.
OnlyFans is the only way that y'all can make money. Okay. And then it's not even just, let me say this. It's not even just people that are on OnlyFans. Because people say, well, people got to make a living. What about y'all that's over there on Twitter giving it away for free?
Well, they posted on
everybody on Twitter.
They posted on Twitter.
Everybody on Twitter sucking dick, jacking off, fucking, getting fucked, eating ass. And like it's just too much.
And like I tell you, it may be too much to some people, but you don't say nothing when you over there jacking off and nothing for free.
Who?
I'm just saying in general. If you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. But also too, I think that also too. Now I'm not saying that because certain things I do disagree with that happens in today's society, and I'm young as well. However, but like I said too, it's just like shit. Like y'all was doing the Freaknik back in the day. Y'all was doing sex tapes on they had the sex tapes on DVDs and VHS and shit like that. Like that. Things are just more accessible now, and I think that today's time is. It's just like I don't give a fuck attitude now. Had y'all been able to get away with it back in the day, I think y'all would have did the same thing. Just like, and I think it's generational because just like how you're saying that about people doing it now, your mom them said shit about y'all, just like you are saying stuff about us, just like we're gonna say stuff about people that's under us. It's a cycle that goes over and over again, but it's just done different.
But what I'm saying is, where are the boundaries?
Where are the boundaries from Freaknik? Where are the boundaries?
Where are the boundaries?
Okay. What about
what I'm saying is, and here's what I'm saying too. Because like somebody just said, well, Craig, you can be a little prudish at times. No, it's not about being prudish. It's about where are the boundaries? Like why there are no limitations to anything. And so again, going back to people that are on OnlyFans and Twitter, sucking dick publicly and all that stuff. Excuse me. No, they're called deviant parties, John Jordan. They're called deviant parties. It's a deviant event. That's what they call it.
Yeah, this was called.
But my point is, what happens if in 5 years you want to be a principal of a school?
That's not everybody's story.
I understand that.
But that's not everybody's story.
I understand that. I know that's not everybody's story. And I know everybody doesn't have a future.
But that may not be.
I get it. But what I'm saying is, where is the moral compass? Like everybody, like my thing is, and that's another thing that scares me. It's like, child, everybody out here sucking dick on Twitter and jacking up. The point is, there are a lot of people that just want to be famous, and they don't give a fuck how they get there.
True.
I mean, some of y'all gays fucking in sub bathrooms at the train station, and they putting it on Twitter. You in the hallways of apartment buildings, like what? Where's the line? I just need to know where the line is. Where is the line?
Not everybody have morals and not everybody have boundaries, Craig.
I understand.
Or if they do, and let me not say everybody not have morals or boundaries. They just pick and choose how they want to set theirs.
Right here, what Sean just said. Yes, but once those pictures and videos are out there, you can't take that shit back.
But who said they care about it? They know.
Here we go, right here, Jamari. Where is the decorum? I don't think that they always think about what they're doing. I don't think that everybody who's doing it is thinking that. I don't necessarily. I think maybe some of them may think about it, but not everybody thinks about that.
I think, Craig, the only difference is, and I'm not saying I'm not being defensive towards these. I just want you. I think that it's just more. If the internet was back in Freaknik days, trust me, it would have been the same thing. Just like how they're making a documentary about it, and all some of those old footages and shit like that is coming back up. It's just repeating history, just repeating itself, and time is just going back in a circle. But now at this time of age, we have the internet.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is,
not everybody have morals and boundaries, Craig. That's all I want to say.
Correct, but what I'm saying is, even when are we frozen? Can y'all still hear us and see us? But what I'm saying is, Freaknik was kind of like and I'm not making an excuse because there was a lot of shit that was happening. There were a lot of women that were raped and sexualized and da. I get it. But what I'm saying is, Freaknik was contained to that one little weekend.
Okay, so let's take
y'all on Twitter all year long.
Let's take Freaknik out. Let's take Freaknik out, right? I'm gonna take Freaknik out. What about when we was little and we was watching going in our parents' box or looking in the DVDs?
First of all, pause. Maya, what are you talking about? Hopefully you read my books. If you don't even own my books, you don't even know what you're talking about. I don't sell sex in my books. I don't know where you got that from. If you don't have any of my books, then you really are making a fool of yourself in these comments. And I'm going to need you to email me a picture of you holding my book. So don't just say that you have it and you really don't have it. I'm not selling sex in my books. In my book, I talk about sexual experiences that I've had, but I don't sell sex. But go ahead.
What I'm saying is, we just have it on the internet in OnlyFans. That's their way of paying it. Back in the day, their way of getting paid was VHS and DVDs. It's the same thing like we did with our parents. We used to go in the room and we used to see DVDs of gay men or men on women and threesomes and shit like that. It's all the same thing, Craig. It's just nowadays, it's just a different form. It's just a different
That's
form.
not the same, Keon. Going into your
porn is porn.
Hold on. Going into your parents' room and digging up some pornography or playgirl.
I'm not talking about
pulling up books out from under a chest or under a mattress or pulling up a DVD. That's not the same as you setting up a camera and you bending over and getting fucked on Twitter.
Okay, pause. No.
And then
that's not the same.
And then a bunch of people sharing it.
Correct. That's not the same.
And then 3 months later, you talking about, I want to find a relationship. Why can't I find a relationship?
No.
Well, you done got dug out all on Twitter.
No, hear me out. What I'm saying is, that's not the same as we going and doing it. But what about the people that's doing it? What about the people that's doing it? Yeah, now the only difference is we setting it, not we, but the generation now, people doing it now, they're setting their own camera up versus back in the day, they was paying motherfuckers to have their own camera to release their own shit. That's the only difference.
We're talking about two different things. You're talking about how the porn is disseminated. I'm talking about a moral compass. What I'm saying is, it feels like everyone on Twitter that's gay. And I know that it's not
the
everyone.
Straight people do it too.
But I'm not talking about straight people. I'm gay, and I'm talking about
okay.
gay. What I'm saying is, I know that all gay men are not on Twitter getting fucked or sucking dick and all this other stuff. I understand that. What I'm saying is, it feels like the culture welcomes that. And so, to India's point, whenever somebody stands up and says, okay, this is a little too far left, there's always a bunch of people that want to justify and then criticize. It's no different than what happened with Bill Cosby years ago. And you all know that I'm not a Bill Cosby fan because of what he did to all of those women. But the point still remains. When Bill Cosby got out there and told all of you who have children and those of you who have children and you're not parenting and you don't have your hands on your children paying attention to what's happening, and they got Jordan sneakers and they got Nintendo Wii's, but they getting D's and E's and can't spell, read, or write. Y'all were upset with Bill Cosby, but he was telling you the truth. But my point is, where is the line? And it just feels like everybody that's on, Amber, we ain't bringing you on because I'm not about to debate this. It feels like everybody is okay with that shit. And it's just like, is everybody into this? Like, where are the people who think that like, I don't understand. I don't know how else to say it. And I just feel like whenever I say stuff like that, you always got people like an Amber or somebody else will come in and say, oh, you're sex shaming. No, I ain't sex shaming. I love sex. I think sex is great. I think sex is amazing. But I just feel like everything is not for social media. It's like, where are your morals? Where's your sense of self?
So you ain't never went on Twitter.
Your sense of self and your sense of self-worth. Have I ever gone on Twitter? How would I know this if I haven't been on Twitter?
No, what I'm saying, you ain't never went on Twitter.
I ain't never jacked off on Twitter. No, I ain't never released no video of myself fucking on Twitter. No. Well, what are you asking me?
I was asking the first question. You ain't never released off of Twitter.
Went on it. Yeah. No. Okay. I mean, I've seen it, but I ain't never gone over there to log in just to jack off. Now, let me make this point. Whether you know it or not, those of you that are watching, there are a lot of people who have sexual addictions. Let's address that. And that's why a lot of you are okay with this shit, because a lot of people have sexual addictions. And a lot of people who watch porn every day, that changes your psyche. Look it up. There are studies that have been done. It changes the way that you see the world. It changes the way that you socialize with other people. It changes the way that you approach sex. Because a lot of y'all don't know nothing about passion and lovemaking because you just want to fuck. Because you think that's what's happening. That shit that you watching, that fantasy that you watching on Twitter or on porn, you think that that's real life. Baby, they done did 4 and 5 takes over 3 and 4 different days. Okay? They ain't fucking for 3 hours.
No, bitch, I agree with you. Okay? Because I know porn stars. So
they doing that shit over days. Okay? Like that is not one take. They doing all them acrobats and shit for y'all because they know you crazy enough to buy it. But all I'm saying is, I just feel like, yeah. And then even when you talk about married couples being okay with more and more being okay with going to like swinging clubs and like it's a lot. It's a lot. And like you can't even get to how you doing? My name is Craig. Do you work? Are you sane? Bitch, I got to be asking, okay, do you have any sexual addictions? Are you on Twitter? Are there any videos of you out here with a mask on fucking? And that's the other thing. If y'all so confident about it, why y'all fucking with masks and shit on? They having cum dump parties. Let me explain to y'all what cum dump parties is, okay? You got kids that are over.
I feel like you shaming people.
I'm not shaming. I'm just putting it out there. You got people who are who send out their address on Twitter, or they're at a hotel and they want people to come and fuck. They want to see how many people that can come and fuck them and nut inside them. Bitch, are you crazy?
No, that ain't cool.
Something is wrong. So that's the line. That's where the line is. Just help me understand. Is that where the line is? If that sounds prudish to you, I'm sorry, then I'm approved.
Everybody have their own addiction.
Thank you, SK. Why is everything shaming? I'm not shaming. That's what they doing. And then they end up with HIV/AIDS, and they sitting around crying and wondering what. I didn't say everybody got it that way.
I'm just saying.
I did not say everybody got it.
I want you to be just true.
I'm not saying everybody gets it that way. I'm saying for those who got it that way, then they want to be like, what? I mean, well, girl, you were at the park, and then you were at the bathhouse, and then you were over at the hotel, letting people come in here and run up in you. You talking about you can be in the room, ass up, face down. You ain't got to say your name. Just come in and put your dick in me and just nut and just leave. You don't even know who came in the room. Like, that is crazy to me.
I agree with you on that part.
Child, Aaron, good night. He talking about people wearing a mask because they define and shame them like I'm doing. Good night. No. Sorry. Mm-mm. They popping prep like it's candy. Thank you. Are you ready? 115.
Wait a minute, bitch. Wait a minute, bitch. Because I don't pop it like it's candy. I just pop it. No.
Well, girl, I didn't know you were taking the pills. I thought you were doing the injections.
Now I am, but now I'm doing the injections. I'm not doing the pills. But when I was taking, I wasn't popping it like it was motherfucking pills. I mean, candy, bitch. But no, I just want you to hear my point, because I've seen some people saying they agree with me and they agree with you. I
don't give a damn if they agree with me. I'm just telling you what's happening.
But what I'm saying is, Craig, the same thing that you're saying now about them.
It's not.
Listen.
It's white. It's all of them. It's not just black. I'm not saying it's just black. But my concern is black and brown people. I don't give a damn what white folks doing. I love us. What Monique say? I love us for real. You understand what I'm saying? But there's a consequence for me being this vocal.
So let me ask you this. So what do you say about the people who was doing it back in the day on DVD and VHS? What do you say about the people who was doing it back in the day on DVDs and VHS? They was getting nutted in and fucking. I understand. No, bitch, don't try to know. Because every time I say that, or we start talking about the DVD and VHS, you want to try to, like you just said, no, we just said this. No, bitch. No. It's the same thing as OnlyFans. They just paying for it online, then they paying for it on the DVD. Bitches, we done moved from DVDs and OnlyFans.
But my dialogue was not just about OnlyFans. I said those of you that are out there fucking and getting fucked raw and putting your face and shit all over Twitter for free. For free, because you just want to be famous. You just want to be seen. Thank you, Pepper Skins. I'm talking about the kids that are just doing it for free. There's no kind of
so it's okay for the people to do it that's getting money.
No, I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm not saying that at all. Okay. OnlyFans and porn back in the day is the same shit, right? You're getting paid for it. What I'm saying is it's bleeding outside of just that. You got folk that are just putting content out on social media for free. And no, I'm not watching it. Bitch, I can't open up my goddamn Twitter to tweet Delta or any other company that I'm letting have it without seeing somebody getting fucked.
I agree with you on that, but as soon as you open Twitter,
bitch, you could be in the post office. Bitch, you got to be like, because somebody I'm following might retweet that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't follow none of that.
You see everything.
You see everything. You can't even open your goddamn Twitter. But, and it's just like...
Somebody said, I'm always looking for a link tree.
Because, baby, where there's a link tree, there's probably an OnlyFans. Now, I got a link tree on my Instagram, but I ain't got an OnlyFans. But, I'm just saying, I just think some of the behavior is reckless, not just because of STDs and STIs. I'm just saying in terms of, what happens if you want to have children one day and have a husband or a partner, and then they see all of this shit? Is this one of the things that you're going to keep secret, or you can be forthcoming when you get in a relationship with somebody? Oh, yeah, I used to get fucked on Twitter, and I used to let them just kind of gangbang me. So it's a bunch of videos out there. So I just want to let you know, just in case you ever come across anything. Are you going to really tell that? You know what I mean?
Girl, don't raise your pressure.
Baby.
Bitch, don't raise your pressure.
They're going to make me fight them. Aaron and Amber and all the other people.
Right say he loves it.
Look, Ryan stays sending me shit. Like, child, did you see this? Like, me and Ryan be laughing. We be like, oh my God. Like, oh, shit. Child, he does porn. Oh, hey, Ryan. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I'm just concerned.
Everybody have a hustle, Craig. And I just feel
like there's some other ways that y'all can learn to hustle, okay? Go learn to do tattoos or something.
Well, girl, you fucked around and talked about me so bad because I was doing piercings in the house.
I ain't never said no foolish shit. Well, wait, hold on. Hold on. Amber, I ain't never said that. Girl, now you making shit up. Girl, get on out of here if I block you temporarily. But putting that lie out there. I said I was with a white man once and he sucked my dick, but I ain't say I was in no goddamn park. And then what did you just say? What did you just say a moment ago?
About when I was doing piercings in the house. You was like, girl, is you licensed?
Oh, yeah,
girl, oh, Nikki, your nose gonna fall off. No, I'm just playing, but it's just different things like, bitch.
Look. Genesis, talking about give me a nose piercing.
Baby, let me tell you something. She is always in the hustle. Behind this whole green screen, baby, it's a whole
I
set.
never said that, Amber. I never said that. I never said I was behind some tree. What are you talking about? Girl, you must have had a dream. Girl, I ain't never said that. Where the fuck she get that from?
What she had, Craig?
A dream.
Bitch.
Now, you know, somebody else in here would have been able to verify that if I had said that.
Oh, girl, I've been looking at the comments. I'm
girl,
sure.
ain't nobody going to
way.
verify that, not with no truth behind it. Because I ain't never said that. Yeah,
Craig,
go find it.
Craig, what it ain't not. Girl, get out my motherfucking.
I looked all on your wrist.
Girl, well.
I told y'all that I was with one white guy, and I said I've never had sex with a white guy. I said, but a white guy did suck my dick. I ain't never say where it happened, and it definitely wasn't behind no goddamn tree.
You ever had sex in the car?
It was in the car when he sucked my dick. If you want to know, it was not behind no goddamn tree.
You know what? And don't take this wrong when I say this. Please don't take this wrong. But sometimes, bitch, you act like you ain't motherfucking did should have lived.
I'm not.
Sometimes you act like you didn't. You haven't lived a dead shit. Like you be like, oh girl, you did that. Oh girl, you did that. Bitch, yes, I motherfucking did it. Bitch, I was bent over outside the motherfucking car, bitch, with my head in the car. With the
Hold on, let me get her together. I'm not saying it wasn't in public, but you said behind a tree. Girl, that's some whole different shit. Like I'm behind a tree hiding and shit in some park or in some neighborhood. Girl, what the fuck? What? But Onika, I ain't think about Amber no more. I'm ignoring her. But no, I'm not saying in Tucson, I never said that I haven't lived. Where you live at? Let me come get you.
Keith look cute through the picture.
Right. Let me do some things with you then, since you got so much to say.
Girl, Keith look like a top girl.
I'm gonna turn his ass over. But listen, I'm not saying. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why I don't like to say shit.
No.
I'm talking about Aaron right here. Crazy. Love to sit high and look low. But this is the thing. It's just like, if I don't say it, who's going to say it? If Bill Cosby doesn't say it, who's going to say it? If Oprah doesn't say it, who's going to say it? So because I'm going to say it, or we're going to attack the messenger. So what are we saying as black people or as black queer people, we are beyond reproach?
I'm not saying it, Craig. I'm not saying it.
We can't be corrected.
Somebody said car tree still in public.
You see old boy ain't said nothing else. What was his name that I said I would turn him over?
I'm looking for
where he at.
Keep typing, girl. Keep typing.
Yeah, you type on.
Keep typing. Keep like this on that motherfucking phone.
Right. Keep typing. Mantra, you right in my head because I surely was gonna sing those lyrics a moment ago. Thank you, White Out. I'm gonna keep saying it, and again, sometimes
and that's fine, Craig. That you can keep saying it.
But somebody need to give y'all some standards. And I'm not saying that I haven't lived and I haven't done anything. But even when I was your age and younger, I had and I've told this story before. When I was 22, 23, 24, I have friends that were 15 years my senior. So they were almost 40. They were 37, 40, And they were all into that. They were fucking in the park.
Because, girl, no, I be laughing how you say it. Because you be like, girl, they be all up in there fucking in the park. They be getting their dick sucked, dumping cum. It's just how you be saying it.
That was you? I remember you. I'm going to come back to that in a second, though. But, listen.
I went there for the first time.
Did you? I'm gonna come back to this. But my thing is, what was I saying? Oh, so they were fucking in the park. They were doing shit like that, right? And the reason that I take the stance that I take is because I know that there are Black gay men who think and feel like I did when I was that age. And I want you to know that you don't have to take that path. And I think that there was a period where I started to become more relaxed in my values because it felt like everybody was doing it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I didn't have my own mind and I couldn't make my own choices. But sometimes when you're a part of a community, whether it's the Black community, the gay community, whatever, a friendship group, a family, sometimes you feel like you got to move along with what everybody else is doing. And I became comfortable with casual sex for a period of my life. And I talk about this in my first book, so I'm not going to go into great detail. But my point is, there were times that I did do stuff, not because it was what I wanted to do, but it just felt like, oh, well, everybody else is doing.
Oh, so you was having casual sex and fucking people and you ain't know them people?
Yes. So my thing is, I had to pump the brakes. I had to remember who I was when I came into this. I had to remember my name.
You had to remember your name.
I had to remember my name. And I'm just saying to like the young Black, whoever, the young gay boys that are watching this, you don't have to take that route. You don't have to lead with sex. Everything ain't got to be about sex, you know. And so my thing is, it's not that I'm saying that I'm not trying to sex shame people and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, it just feels like everybody is just okay with just random wanton sex. like you just gonna have sex with everybody who finds you attractive? Like where's your self-worth? Like you're gonna sleep with everybody that smiles at you, that gives you everybody that you find attractive, that smile, that makes a move at you. Like, where's your stand? Like, I'm good. You ain't gotta sleep with everybody that you find attractive. Now back to Chad. So BJ's is a little strip club. They got go-go dancers.
They ain't strippers because somebody corrected me.
Yeah, they're not strippers. They go-go dancers. And so I was there with somebody. I don't know who I was with. But anyway, I think this is the guy he came up to me and said, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're here." What? He said that to me. What's going on? Are we frozen?
I don't know.
The comments ain't coming through no more. And Chad was like, I can't believe you're in here. You say, I don't remember what he said, but it was almost like, this place is beneath you. What are you doing here? And so
it's still going, even though you refroze here. Mm-hmm. It's still going. I'm looking at it now.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so you know, I'm not saying that I haven't lived. I just feel like there should be some limitations. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to get ready to end it with this. Because, girl, I don't want to talk about this sex no more. We did a great recap. Y'all better get on over there and subscribe to their Patreon.
No, I ain't finished yet.
Oh, well, well, we can go a little bit more.
I want to say this. So you trying to say that you don't think about any of this, like as you're dating and stuff, like people that you might be interested in that are out there like that?
I'm gonna just say this: I get a person the benefit of the doubt to tell me things as we get to know each other, or being upfront. Have I ever dated someone?
I love you, Amber. I wouldn't block you.
Have I ever dated someone who did that? No. Have I had sex with somebody who did that? No.
Who the fuck is Shirley Strawberry? And I agree with my girl Meridian. I was always calling her Meredith, but she corrected me the other day on the email. It's Meridian. Sex is sacred. Now, who is Shirley Strawberry? I'll look that up while you telling your story. Go ahead.
Shirley Strawberry.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, but I was just saying, no, I give a person the benefit of the doubt to tell me things. So I mean, is it a possibility that it may happen? Yeah.
Until you get into the relationship and you find out that they
we all have a past, Craig.
Was it past or was it still happening?
Well, I'm gonna just leave it at past. Fine, Shirley.
Shirley Strawberry husband drama explained Oh, she enabled her husband's affair. I don't know enough about this to talk about this.
I was gonna say we'll talk about it next week.
Can we drop the link down here, y'all?
No, I want some of y'all to come down. I'm gonna drop the link. I want some of y'all. I told him I want to do this. I want some of y'all to come on here and tell us some of y'all favorite moments of.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
I want some of y'all to come on and tell us some of y'all favorite moments of, because bitch, we've been recording for a long time. We started recording, I think that maybe the end of 2018, Craig.
Oh yeah, okay. She's the one who takes the questions. Like when people write in and have a question about the advice line, they'll ask about relationships, and she usually reads it and then they dissect it. So she's been allowing her husband to have an affair. What? But if you guys want to come in, pedo charges. Wait a minute, child. I bet you. Wait a minute.
Oh, he's been
Ernesto Williams is facing 4 counts of sexual exploitation involving a child, and we have that's the kind of shit that scares me. Somebody having that kind of a secret life, and you into that kind of bullshit, and I don't know that. See, that's the shit I'm talking about.
Baby, listen.
Involving a child, and we haven't heard a strawberry letter about this one on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. What's even shocking is that according to prosecutors, Shirley told her husband he could go to Dubai and stay at Steve Harvey's home to dodge these charges. Good luck and good night.
Baby, listen. We're going to bring Amber on here. What's up, Amber?
Hi.
Hi.
Now y'all want to let me in. Now that we're on the next subject.
Right.
What is y'all have to
What's up, baby?
I'm lit. I've been drinking and smoking.
I know.
Anyway.
I saw your comment earlier. You had a blunt and you've been drinking. And you said you in the house geeked. Oh, I saw your comment.
Oh.
Anyway, so I wanted to come in and talk about, like, just go down memory lane, like y'all was saying. Like I said up under the post in the group, the Thursday Night Lives is one of the, like, that's my favorite content on your channel. And I've been watching y'all Thursday Night Live since I was in high school. And I've been out of high school for 4 years since, this year made 4 years. So it's been like 4.5 years since I've been watching the Thursday Night Lives. Let me see. What was the first one I ever saw of y'all together? I think when y'all was downstairs in Madison basement.
That was when we first started going live.
That's when we started first going live.
That was it.
And y'all was getting that boy together about that cleaning business. And some promo, that shit was so funny.
My god,
that shit was so funny. And,
oh my god, that is crazy.
That is crazy.
And you know, he was one of my first cleaning people that I introduced to y'all.
Right, that you fired.
Speaking of cleaning people, the cleaning lady shit was funny too. With the lady with the front door, the bangs in the ponytail,
the bang in the front.
Yeah,
and I said, Craig. She got a bob with a bang in the front. I holler.
But wait a minute. You know what's funny, Amber?
What?
When I met Genesis, he said to me, I love y'all. He said, I've been watching, not me and Keon. He was talking about me and Madison. He started watching me and Madison when he was in high school. So when you said that just now, I was like, oh my God.
So Amber, you've been watching me and Craig since
she said she's been watching us.
Yes.
And it reminded me of when he said that. He said, I was watching you and Madison when I was in high school. He said his aunt used to watch us.
Oh, wow.
And he would be sitting there looking and be like, oh, I want to do what they do one day. And so when he said that to me, I was like, oh my God. That's crazy.
You know what's one of my funniest lives? When we was recording, I forgot where I was getting ready to go.
Probably down
she would take that wig off and set it down.
That lady used to throw that motherfucking wig off every time she came.
That motherfucking
and Craig would upload that lady wig on Patreon every single time.
Yes.
227.
Oh my God.
227 was the days.
227 was.
It's so funny because look, somebody just coming. It was my cousin. She just commented on the live from 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
And said, hey y'all from today.
Oh wow.
And that's when I first started my channel.
Y'all remember that live that y'all did with Nikki when y'all was talking about I think y'all was eating them edible popcorns that night. and you was talking about the man breathing on your neck, and he started hollering.
That's my favorite line.
lives too.
That's what I was gonna say. That's my favorite line. When I said, "Oh, Craig, if a man breathe my dick," I'm like, "Woo, woo!" Yeah,
we recently used that in Genesis is Hollywood Genesis. Hollywood Gen. We recently used that in a promo, and and I said, "You said what?" You said, "Whoo."
Yeah, that's one of my favorite lines.
He said, "If a motherfucker just breathe on it the right way." Woo.
Baby, listen, and I'm still like that, baby. Don't try to whisper in my ear. Breathe. Woo, girl, give me chills.
We need to do that. Somebody said they wished we had some of our favorite, funniest live moments. But I'm going to say this. Those of you that are saying, yeah, 227 is where it was at. I really think that it's a special place because that's where we all kind of met. That's where I was living. Mm-hmm. I wasn't doing lives when I lived at Elliot's house. So it started at 227. So I think that's why I feel so special. Uh-huh. It's kind of like your high school years or your favorite years because like music that came out during your high school or your college years. It will always have a special place for you because
we're going to bring you on next. Yes, that was one of my favorite ones.
Meridian said, when I ate 5 plates in a row, I just kept eating.
Oh, you know what another good live was? When Andrew and that lady was in town and y'all was getting ready to go out to the punk bar. You had on that white shirt and you was high as hell with them glasses on.
It was Avriel.
Yes, it was. Was that for Pride weekend or was that MLK weekend?
It was one of those weekends.
It was one of those.
I remember y'all said it was this bottle
and Andrew.
Yeah, we met him out.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Well, Amber, we're gonna give Wayne the floor now, okay?
All right.
I don't think he's in there. It says disconnected.
I think he oh yeah, it is disconnected. Wayne, we see you in there, but you're not connected.
I dropped the link again down there so that you guys, if you want to come on and say your favorite moment.
Wayne, I kicked you from the studio. Try to come back in.
And again, we'll do lives again. They just won't necessarily be on Thursday. So we don't want you guys to be waiting next Thursday and we're not here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just pop on, when we have something that we want to talk about.
Hold on. I got this.
Ooh, Alicia, you remember that? Y'all be remembering shit that I forgot about.
Baby, let me tell you something. 4 years is a long time.
Yes, it is. Horace said, I am coming back to ATL and I hope to see you, Keon.
You will. You
met him before?
No, I was supposed to meet him and his boyfriend when I went to the Red Dress Run. I'm trying to come back to Red Dress Run this year.
Oh, they live in New Orleans?
Yeah.
Okay. Keon was trying to get me to come down there for that Red Dress Run. When is it, in August?
August 11th through the 13th.
Look at Mantra. They were high as giraffe pussy.
Baby. I'm trying to go back.
The live that we did about the naked barber. You remember that?
And girl, I know him now.
Here she go.
Don't start with me, Craig.
Here she go. Here she go.
What's this?
Next week, I am gonna go. Somebody sent that just now?
No, I just put it up. This one of my favorite ones.
Oh, that's the one. We can't load that up. We can't load it up real quick.
George went to the bathroom.
Oh, this is when George was living here. And I was clearly still with Carlton because that's his t-shirt.
You talking about now you got all this production.
Did you want to come on, Simone? I'm dropping the link down here if you want to come on.
He talking about, bitch, you gonna talk about he using all the hot water?
We can't put that in there.
Because it's too early, Craig. Look at this.
Oh my God. That was the one when George was upstairs showering or something, and I looked and I said, what the fuck? Pipes and shit.
This when you first told me. When we give each other cheers, you look in somebody's eyes. I said, I want to break your cheap ass glasses.
What happens in the Patreon, Justin, stays in the Patreon. Oh yes, the pump about your the live about your mom's green pumps.
Oh baby,
he was tipping around in them pumps,
baby, like a 60 at boys camp.
Okay, Amber. Yes, please send me some.
Yes, send us some.
We need to load that. Like we need to save that.
I got them all in my phone.
And the next time we do a live, we need to just put those in.
Yeah,
I will just kind of go down.
Y'all send us some clips or tell us like different. Even if you don't send it to us, tell us which live to click or send us the link and tell us what time frame to go back and watch. Because you gotta think about it, we've been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah. Hey, Simone.
You hear me?
Simone?
Am I in here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How
Hey,
you doing?
Simone.
So I wanted to drop in. I started watching Craig from, I don't know, I think I got a suggestion and I like stumbled upon you guys and you would do lives every here and there. And I was like, oh my God, these two have amazing chemistry. And for the record, Craig, I definitely have books that I've read and I'm on Patreon as well.
Thank you.
But my favorite, I think a couple of my favorite lives off the top of my head was the one where you guys were talking about fraud. Absolutely.
Fraud. We did one about fraud, how we used to be set workers back in the day.
Simone, get out of here breaking that up.
Yo, and Craig
Somebody else just said that too. Look.
Craig said something about he thought he left his fingerprints in a room or something like that. Hilarious. Okay? With the girls from LA because they were so dangerous.
Baby, listen, I got nervous. I thought one of them queens would get my fingerprint. Do you hear me? Baby, some of them kids you can't trust with your fingerprints. Do you hear me? Them girls in LA, they were doing stunts and scams that they were into insurance fraud. When I moved to California, they were into insurance fraud. The kids here and the kids that I knew on the East Coast, they only did like credit card and check fraud. But these kids, they were ripping off insurance companies.
That is so crazy. Amber said, do y'all remember the live when me and my mom was on the live talking about the special needs girl who was self-pleasuring herself? Yes. I remember that one too. I remember that one too.
I remember that one. And more recently,
Simone, where are you located? What city?
I'm in Connecticut.
Oh, you're in Connecticut. Okay.
Yes, I'm in Connecticut. And more recently, one of my faves has been when Mike came up. And that was like one of the first times that I saw like Mike. So like you, Mike, and Keon, absolutely hilarious the entire time through. The three of you guys have good chemistry.
Oh my God. That is too funny.
Right.
Well, thanks, Simone.
You got to go back and, Craig, refresh your memory of that fraud one. Because I think Keon brought it up like a month ago. And he was like, I got to look at that one. I don't remember. But I'm really sad about the Thursday nights leaving because I really look forward to it. So,
well, I mean, we'll definitely still do some. I mean, sometimes we'll pop in on a Tuesday. It'll be a Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, we'll still do it.
I know they just got so used to Thursdays, but you have to shift with the shift.
Yes. I know. Go virtual. Do virtual if you guys don't want to spend gas.
And see, I didn't think that y'all would really like virtual because, like,
I said, Bishop, let's do it virtual. But
the energy just feels, it's like our timing is different when we're virtual. You know what I mean? Like when we're in person, I can play off. I can play off of stuff he says or things that he does easily. She pulled up. He's still pulling up old video.
I jumped on. I don't know if Wayne is ready to go next, but I'll let him go.
All right, thanks, Simone.
Girl, Simone sounds sad like she about to cry. All right, Simone.
I am cry. What am I doing Thursday night?
Oh, stop,
Simone. Stop. Didi, bring Didi in.
Hey, Didi.
Hey, Didi.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes. What city are you in?
I'm in I'm in the state of Alabama.
Okay.
What part of Alabama you? What city?
In Tuscaloosa.
Is that where your man is?
Mind your
that's why he wanted to know where.
Okay, I was wondering. Anyway, y'all, I just came on to say that I have been thoroughly enjoying the Thursday night lives, and I'm truly gonna miss you guys. It's been so fun just watching you guys laughing with y'all. And I know y'all gonna come on here and there, but I'm one of the people that wait for Thursdays as well. So I'm going to miss you guys.
Me feel so bad.
No. And right now I can't join the Patreon, but I was laying in the bed. I said, no, let me get up and slick these baby hairs down so I can get on here and let these guys know how much they, provide entertainment to me and how much I enjoy them on Thursday. So that's all I wanted to tell you guys.
Thank
you so much. Thank
you
welcome.
So much.
I appreciate that.
You welcome. I'm going to hop off. Bye, y'all.
Bye. What does it say? I always remind myself to tune into the live with Craig and Keon like a regular show to look forward to. Oh, my God.
Oh, did he off?
This is sad. Y'all making me sad now.
It has been some really, really good times because they really have seen us
Girl, what is going on over here?
Girl, where my gun?
Right.
You ain't got yours?
Girl, no. Mine is at home in the nightstand.
You always keep your piece on you.
No, I got my piece, but I ain't got the gun.
No, you keep your piece because, girl, you're old and you can't fight, and I can't make it that to you all the time.
Well, girl, you got that bad ankle and shin.
Girl, let me tell you something. Ain't nothing.
So I don't know how quick you gonna get upstairs to get to the gun.
Ain't nothing wrong with that leg, baby. She still go up. Wayne keep trying to join. Oh, there he go. There you go.
Hey, Wayne, are we gonna be able to see you for the first time? Have we ever seen Wayne?
Wayne.
No.
What up?
What's up, Wayne?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My phone messed up. I got another phone, and what happened was, what's that? StreamYard? They don't have my account. Yeah. Can you hear me?
So Wayne, we ain't gonna be able to see you. Yeah.
No, because something talking about blocking something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Wayne,
can you hear
where
me?
are you located again?
Wayne here.
Yeah. Wayne, you're in Georgia?
Yeah.
Wait, where in Georgia?
Clarkston.
Oh, you're in Clarkston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
DeKalb County.
I ain't been to Wayne house, but Wayne is a supporter.
Wayne, Keon been in your house?
No, and Wayne support even when I record by myself.
Wayne, you part of the community?
Yes, I am.
Are you single?
Yes.
How old are you, Wayne?
You don't want to know.
Why?
I'm older than Scott.
Okay.
You like young boys.
I thought Wayne was young.
What did he say? You like young boys?
Yeah.
Oh, you're another crazy.
Wayne, y'all love to put that narrative out there that I like young boys.
I'm 55. My birthday was last week. My birthday was last Friday. June 23rd.
Birthday, Wayne.
Happy belated.
Thank you.
So did you have a favorite moment?
My favorite moment was when you was high as hell.
Oh.
Craig and Chi called in. That was the You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
Who was TT?
Chi.
Oh my God. Chi called in.
I don't remember.
I don't remember that either.
Oh my God. Look back. That was the tea that night.
What else happened?
When
Chi
came in. No, I'm not an animal. No.
You're not an animal?
No, I work at FedEx. No, they don't do that.
Yeah, you don't play that.
Oh yeah, Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne got a good job. That's how he able to super chat and cash.
Super chat, Cash App, Zelle, whatever you need. Wayne know how to do it. We appreciate your support, though, Wayne. I really wanted to say that because we was talking about it earlier, just like different people who always support us and stuff. And
right.
Who always support us. And we're not going to go through the list of names, but I just want to say I do appreciate you from always supporting us from day one.
Amber is so fucking
Like I said, I was the day one with Keon. When Keon got his own page, I was like the day one. Day one. Now, I met you through Craig, you know. But that was my that night that y'all had that you had Chi called in, and I think that Craig had an edible or something. And when I tell you, and then the next week that Keon talked about it, and he was like, I don't remember nothing. I don't remember anything about that night. You don't remember that?
I think this is what NYC is talking about when Chi was at work. Was Chi at work?
No, Chi didn't have a job. He was still staying with Madison.
Oh, child. Good night.
That's a long time.
I don't remember that.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. That night when he came in, that's what he called you. He was calling you Lady Ankles at that time.
He still says that. That fool. Listen, look, they are saying in the comments, y'all need to do it at least twice a month. Like, don't end it.
We'll go back to the drawing board and come up with some stuff, and we'll present.
No, Keon, you need more content on your Patreon. That's where it's at. Craig been doing it. Craig been doing it. New York, Vegas.
Well, and then I also just told him too. I started posting just stuff that I do on Patreon as well. I didn't want to post just stuff that I do because it was shared, but you'll see more. You'll see more from me. You'll see more from Patreon. I promise you.
We'll figure out some schedule stuff, but we definitely gonna load y'all up with some Patreon.
Yeah,
but we'll try to figure.
Because I'm looking at the Keon and with Craig and Keon. I'm like, this ain't nothing but Craig. It ain't no Keon here.
When on me and yours?
Yeah, on the Patreon, yeah.
You might be looking at Craig Patreon because me and Craig got
no. And then if Craig posts the Craig and Keon, you on the phone. The last Patreon, you on the phone.
Oh yeah.
The fair. Well, not the farewell.
Yeah, we were talking.
We were talking the other day. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, well, bitch, I wasn't gonna be face to face with that hoe because we were. No, but I really do appreciate everything, Wayne. Just all the support and stuff. Yeah. But we're gonna let some more people come on in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good night.
You too, Wayne. Kelton look like he might be fine too.
Sure do.
Let me zoom in on that. Kelton, where you at? Kelton. Kelton, you hear me?
Girl, she hot. Hey, Coach Mo.
Hey. She can't hear us. Kelton, you hear me?
Girl, she hot. She thinks she watch.
Hey, Coach Mo. Hey.
Can y'all see me?
Girl, we see you and hear you, and we hear us in the background. She crazy as a roller. Hey.
Can y'all see me?
Girl, we see you and hear you, and we hear us in the background.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me turn it down. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where can I turn it down? Anyway, oh, wait a minute. Let me turn it down. How can I change the volume? Let me see.
You want to call us back?
What about now?
Hey.
How can I change the volume? Let me figure it out.
Oh, girl, let me get.
Okay.
Girl, she remind me of Patty the Bell girl.
Where are my cue cards, honey? My cue cards. Where are my cue cards?
Hey, Rosa.
Hey, boo.
What's up?
What's up? I'm not on, am I?
You on, girl.
Girl, you think we talking to you telepathically?
Y'all hear me?
Girl, yeah, we hear you. What is my
Okay, wow. Okay, so first of all, my name is Rosa, but in the chat, I'm Blessed Destiny, and I want
Hey,
I just
Blessed
want
Destiny.
I just want to say I fuck with both of y'all. I love y'all so much for real. On
Where
some
you
real
from,
shit.
New Orleans?
All day, baby. What you mean?
Come on, somebody.
Stop
Wait,
playing with me.
are you on my Patreon? Because when I was down there, I put so much footage from New Orleans.
No, I'm about to, but I'm join that shit though.
Oh my God, I love New
We-
Orleans.
Yeah, fucking right. All day. We know how to
I had a
party.
good time, baby.
So I talked about this place. I'm gonna let you say what you call them to say, but there's a
Okay.
place in New Orleans that I love, and I don't know the name right offhand, but I talk about it in that Patreon when Angela and I were in New Orleans. They have these crawfish pastries.
Okay. What's the name of it? It must be some new shit.
I'm gonna have to find it, and I'm gonna have to tell you that shit is good.
No, bitch, it was this breakfast spot that I went to. It was right off of Bourbon Street, like the street over. And babe, all I know is white, and it got like these black like poles in front of it.
Girl, that's all of the fourth quarter, French Quarter.
Well, baby, we cooks down. Okay, I don't even cook, but I know how to cook. Okay.
Wait. You said what? But let's say that again.
I say I don't even cook, but I cooks down. But we cooks. Yeah, for sure.
Rosa,
what is your favorite part, Rosa?
Wait, before we get into your favorite part, I want to know: were you out for Essence Festival last weekend?
No, I ain't go to that shit.
You going to the Red
Dress? I'm in Hampton, Georgia.
Oh, you in Georgia?
Oh, you're in Georgia.
Okay,
yeah, I'm in Georgia. I moved from New Orleans like 07. That's always home, but I go forward, not backwards.
And your accent is heavy.
Yes, God.
And the funny thing about it didn't get heavy till I moved to Georgia.
Really?
Oh wow.
Right, exactly.
Oh wow. So what's your favorite? Do you have any favorite moments?
My favorite moment, I love all y'all stuff. But my most favorite thing is like when Craig was doing the live with Derek J, and he was stoned like a motherfucker. he was thrown out the word. He was like, "What? What you say?" Okay, but I love y'all. But I just want to say this. I just want to say this real quick. Thank you, Craig and Keon. Thank you, Craig. Oh, thank you, Craig.
Sing, niece.
Oh, I just want to thank you, Craig. I think I've been drinking red wine, so it's all good. But yeah.
She was auditioning, honey, for the American Idol, honey. This is the voice. Look,
they're not ready for this, baby. They're not ready for this. They're not ready for this. I love y'all though. This not the last of y'all. Understand and hear me clearly.
No, it's not.
Okay. This just a season finale. Okay.
That's right.
There we go.
That's right.
Hear me clearly. But I love y'all and I fuck with y'all all day, every day.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, baby. I love y'all. Bye.
Good night.
All right, Coach Mo.
Girl, you got your shit together over here now in Vegas.
I do. I have on two different in my browser 2 times.
Oh, okay. This our girl that used to live in Bali, who's now in Vegas.
Yes.
Do you live in Las
for
Vegas?
Even knowing that, Craig, huh?
I remember. You live in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I'm in Las Vegas now. I actually live in Atlanta. My things are in Atlanta in storage, but my family lives here. My 2 sons and my grandkids live here. So
when I was there last week, I could have met up with you.
I sent you a message and told you, let me take you and your friends to dinner, but you didn't reply.
Where'd you send it?
To Patreon.
I don't know why. When you really want to get my attention, you got to send it to CraigTheWriterStewart.com. I will get it. But like, I don't always get a notification from Patreon. So like, I have to literally go in and look. That's why sometimes it's delayed. And it's even more delayed if I have to go and look in like Instagram or, you know what I mean? Because I don't always go in there. Like to look in the DMs is what I mean.
Right. So hey y'all, what you call your congregation? You need to give the congregation a name.
I call them the pen pals.
Now, okay. That's right.
We don't call them anything together.
Yeah, we don't call them nothing together.
That's right. So anyway, I love both of you. Keon, love you. I see your growth with Craig. But honestly, and I've said this to you already privately, Craig, I appreciate, and the reason why I started following you was for your smart talks. I love it. I love when you by yourself. I love when you go deep. I love when you be in the moment. It's like,
yeah,
you be turned on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you don't go into the conversation with a plan. I like the way it just flows and it just happens. And that's when I get the most inspiration from you. But I do appreciate everything that you guys give and offer on here. And I want to see what the future holds for both of you. So I'm excited about that.
Thank you, Mo. I appreciate it. And I did get your book. Did I message you and tell you that I got it?
You did. You was dry. Okay. You was real dry because I was trying to get in contact with you for a while because the post office said that it was like a weird message that I got once I sent. Did you get the skincare?
I did a whole thing on Patreon. Are you on my Patreon?
Yes. Well,
I did a whole thing, and it's on my dresser in my bedroom. But I did a whole thing. I don't think I just put it on Patreon though. I think I put it on my channel too though. But yeah, it was like the beard oil.
Yeah.
Yes, I did all of that. I definitely did a video.
Okay.
I definitely did a video.
I really was feeling some type of way. I'm gonna be honest.
Really? No, I did a video.
I'm a Libra. I feel as you surrounded by Libras, honey. So you know how
there are more Libras than anybody else around me.
You know how we are. Elliot,
my mother,
A.T.,
Gloria,
Madison.
Who else? Rashard.
Who is?
My friend Rashard.
Oh, he Libra too?
My friend Kim in New York. My friend Sherry that's here. My friend Marvin, the tall one with the locks from DC. Danielle in New York, Madison. I know more Libras than anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you know how we are. You know how we be getting in our feelings and stuff. Yeah. But my feelings was a little bit hurt. I was like, dang.
I did a video about it. I opened it all up.
Oh, that's cool. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Because she came in here to
pull me together.
Right. But I love y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep inspiring. Craig, you just don't know how much you've inspired me. I swear. I say this every time, but you got me through the whole pandemic. I mean, you were my entertainment. You were my inspiration. I especially love when you were going through that whole process of purchasing your home and how you went through the ups and downs. I like it. I'm like, okay, you know how we love Mary J. Blige when she's
suffering and struggling, but then she figures it out. Yeah.
Like when you went through your whole relationship thing, I was cheering for you. I was cheering for you all the time. And I like that you show us not just your triumphs, but you also show when you are going through your troubles and you're open and transparent and vulnerable. Yeah. That's my shit right there. So keep doing what you do.
Because I just feel like, drop the link for me, please, Keon. Somebody's asking. I just feel like the lesson isn't just for me or whatever your lessons are or whatever Keon's lessons are. The lessons aren't just for you. It really is for those that are around you that you make privy to whatever it is that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Because if you watching me going through whatever it is, or I'm watching Keon go through whatever it is, it really is there because something down the line is going to be there to help me go through whatever it is I'm going through. But I think a lot of times as people, especially as Black people, we were taught and raised and conditioned to believe, you don't air your dirty laundry. You don't put it
right.
But I just think that that's where the lessons are. You know what I mean? It's about teaching each other and showing each other and, so that's why I share. And it's not always easy. It's not always easy because that breakup and having to share that with you all, because I knew what was coming down the pipeline. I knew it was going to be, well, where is Carlton? Well, we ain't seen Carlton. So I wanted to get ahead of it. And it's just like, I got to get out here and say it.
I got my church finger up. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
And I'm sure we all are wanting to know this. Are we ever going to know what happened with that? Is that something you gonna forever keep private, or you gonna let us know what really happened?
Really? Thank you, Amber. I don't know if I will ever share that because I still have respect for him. And because I do love him. Just because the relationship ended doesn't mean, the love ended. It's not a light switch, right?
Right.
So I don't know if I will ever share that. Now, there was a time that I thought I would share it.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna tell you something. If we had went right into filming Outspoken, it'd have been on TV. Because that's where I was in the journey. Right. But I don't know if I will share that because
you answered the bitch.
Yeah, for those reasons. And even if I write a book, I don't know if I would include that. I don't know if I would. You know what I'm saying? But I think that is also a part of my healing too. It's a part of my growth that I can because he and I know what happened. And yeah. But somebody in the comments asked what's going on with Outspoken. I actually said this on our Patreon tonight. I talked to Suzanne DePass today. And so she has a meeting with the president of Chicken Soup for the Soul Tuesday. So we should hear something next week. But it's just that TV thing. It's just like hurry up and wait. And so Suzanne basically went to them and said, listen, if y'all not ready to do this, give it back. Because we went into an agreement. We have a contract with them, a partnership. So Suzanne went to them and said, listen, if y'all not ready to do anything with this, let this go. Let me have it and I'll sell it somewhere else. But they're like, no. So hopefully soon. But I'm ready.
Yeah, and we're ready too. But yeah, everything that you've gone through, you handle it very beautifully. I agree with Amber. It was good to see you go through that. I mean,
I know what you mean.
Not the the actual breakup, but just how you handled it. You know what I'm saying? But it was very inspiring. Everything that you speak about when you're sharing your personal life is very inspiring because you are real, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. I hope I get to meet you and hug your neck someday.
You gotta hug my neck, Craig.
I know.
You gotta hug my neck.
I really feel like, and I guess it's also because you are a Libra, and I have more Libras around me than anything. But I really feel like we would be friends if we lived in the same place. Like I feel like we have similar energy.
I've been saying that. I was like, when I meet Craig, he is actually going. Well, we met in Baltimore when you did your
when you came to DC for
I was in DC.
What was Gay Like Me Conversations?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I just feel like you and I, like we have this kindred spirit. There's something there. I don't know what it is, but thank you.
Yeah, I feel that too. I appreciate all of your words. I really, really do.
Thank you, Craig. I love you. I love you too, Keon. You so cute and stuff with your cute self. All right. Well, I'll holler at y'all soon, okay?
All righty. Bye.
Amber ain't coming back on here.
Did you see that, Amber?
Hey, Amber.
Okay, Sister Lay, I had two questions for well, not two questions, but I have a question for both of y'all. And I wanted to since the last lady brought up like y'all relationships and stuff, like I don't want to know the ins and outs of why stuff ended, but I do want to know two lessons that both of y'all learned from y'all last relationships.
One of the first things that I have learned, you guys remember I spoke to my spiritual teacher a couple times, and I understand this more now. It really did teach me about unconditional love. I don't think I've loved anybody unconditionally until that relationship. Because even through our highs, I mean, our ups and our downs, like I was really, really, really willing to try to work through it all. And I understand, and then I also learned that people have to grow at their own pace. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much a person loves you, they are where they are, and they have to grow in their own time. And sometimes, and I have a greeting card that says this: sometimes a break is necessary for the health of a relationship. And that's not to suggest that we'll ever get back together, because I can't see into the future. But sometimes a break is necessary for the health. And sometimes when you step back from that relationship, you're able to see yourself, they're able to see themselves, and then you're able to see the relationship from a different perspective and see your faults and your flaws and how you could have been better. And maybe you'll come back and improve and be better for each other, or you'll be better for other people. But it just taught me a lot about myself in terms of like unconditional love. It really did. And to be able to accept people and all of their flaws, and because we all have flaws.
Okay, give us one more. Wait, let me. Okay, I'm gonna ask you.
No, I got it. The other thing is that I can overcome anything. I used to say that all the time. I used to say that I can overcome anything, and that proved to me I can overcome anything.
I was just.
I can.
That was my first one. My first one was that it taught me that I definitely can overcome anything, and it taught me true, like, real patience. Like, it taught me how to be patient and not just react. You know what I'm saying? The second thing it taught me was to move at my time, and not just because someone is going through something, or not because something feels right for just a moment to act on it. It taught me a lot.
What do you mean, like when y'all moving in?
That's one.
So you thought would have did it at a slower pace,
right? But it helped me, and I would say, because I was just telling Craig, it's getting ready to come up on a year. It taught me a lot of stuff about myself. Out of everything that I really gained from it, or not gained from it, but after the relationship, it really taught me a lot of stuff about Keon, like really knowing Keon, and it taught me that. It taught me that. So I was able to learn myself all over again.
I want to add something to that.
What?
It's interesting that you say that about doing things in the time that works for you, and not because it feels right in the moment. And then when I said, you mean this in terms of y'all moving in together? I've said for a very long time, because I've done that before too, where I've moved in with people, or I've allowed people to move in with me before time. And it taught me that the relationship has to graduate to a certain point.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, we can't move in together because you lost your job, or your housing situation is now questionable. And now, we'll just move in with me. Or we can't move in because financially it makes more sense for us to save money. No, we need to move in together because the relationship is at that graduation point, and we're both ready to go to the next level. But Tanisha is asking, somebody else asked, do I still talk to Nan? No, I haven't talked to Nan. I have not talked to his mom.
I got one more question.
So Tanisha is saying, Tanisha is saying, would you ever spin the block again? We've talked about it, but I don't know if that would happen. What I will say though, we have, like, we stay in touch.
I ain't saying nothing, girl.
But we've talked about it, and we've said, like, we know what we would need to do. And he said, I know what I would need to do to get us back to whatever. So we've talked about that. But it's not something that we've talked about consistently, like we're in the works of doing that. But what I will tell you is, if we did get back together, it would absolutely be because he made the effort to do it. Because I just feel like it's not my burden to do it. Not to say that I wouldn't be open to it, but it's not my burden to do it. You know what I'm saying? So there's the answer to that. What was your other question?
Are there any? Do you feel like you've had like? Damn, I'm trying to answer. You changed, like this relationship changed you in any ways, and if so, was it for the better or for the worse?
I would say I think it definitely has changed me.
Every experience you have is going to change you.
It changed me.
It's definitely going to change you.
Overall, though, do you feel like has it
overall
or positive or negative?
Overall, it has changed me. I would say that it changed me on just overall, like Keon and overall but it just changed me like completely.
I think that every experience that you have helps shape you. You know what I mean? Even as small as someone opening the door for you and holding the door, like it's a lesson in consideration. I think there's a lesson in every fucking thing. And so when you talk about spending your life with someone for almost 3 years,
3 years is a long time.
It's a long time, and we were together all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like we were together all the time, and when we weren't physically together, we were in touch all day long, texting, calling, FaceTime, and we didn't do anything without the other. Like it was like, hey, you want to go grab lunch, or you know what I mean? Like we made ourselves available to each other all the time. Yes, I do think that it has changed me in the sense of my perspective on relationships. You know, I just
that's okay. Then you go on where I wanted you to go. Okay.
I knew where you wanted me to go. I feel like I've always been a relationship oriented person. I feel like I thrive in relationships. I'm not a person that has to be in a relationship. I'm not like a serial monogamous where I have to monkey bar from one relationship and get into another. No, I'm not that person. Right. But I love who I am when I'm in a relationship. I think that it brings the best out of me. It inspires me. It encourages me. You know what I mean? All of that stuff. But this relationship has challenged me to see myself differently in the sense of, yeah, I'm a relationship driven person, but I can also be a person who loves well and not necessarily, you know,
I get you,
be moving in the trajectory of, oh, I need to be in a relationship with someone long term. I think I'm learning from a practical standpoint and an intellectual standpoint. I know that every relationship has its expiration. I remember I used to talk about that all the time before he and I even got together.
Yeah.
Some relationships are 3 months, some are 3 years, some are 13 years, right? They all are designed to show you something, to grow you. But even though I know that, it's still hard practicing that in real life. When it's time to let it go, like I'm always a person I don't always want to let go. And that's not just for relationships. Like my lawn guy, I was telling Angela this today. I really like the guy who was cutting my grass because he was treating the weeds and he was trimming the hedges and I can't get in touch with him. I haven't talked to him in like weeks. I've called him. His number is off. I've emailed him. He hasn't emailed back. And I had somebody that came in the other day to cut the grass and he did a good job. But I want my old guy back. Yeah. Right? Because I like what he brings to it. Like it's just like the barber. I'm a lawyer. Yeah. Oh, baby, it's so like loyal. Like I'm a creature of habit. I like what I like. Yeah. And when I got it figured out, I want to stay right there. Yeah. And so it's the same thing in my personal life, right? And so I just kind of feel like that. But I also understand that, you know, sometimes you have to let things go. I've never been a person that spun the block in the sense that, well, we came back and we revisited a relationship. Yeah, I've come back and we've had sex, but I've never revisited where we were like, okay, we're going to really do this thing. We're going to try. So it would be new for me if that happened in this instance.
Okay, you know? So on the topic of letting go, I know how to let go of people, but I don't know how to I'm not good with releasing the releasing part that has to come for you to truly heal and move on from the situation. You got any tips for that? And not even just romantically, but family and platonic relationships and all that kind of stuff.
I recently learned how to master that.
And what do you think it is?
How to detach. I recently learned it because I had a where I always just was trying to make it right, be the person that always
a fixer.
A fixer. And now it's just like now, just after certain experiences, it's just like you got to go through it. Like you got to go through the motions. You got to, like you always say, sit in it. And I just learned how to detach from it, letting it bother me sometimes, letting it bother me all the time. Going to it not bother me. So I just learned how to just really just detach.
What do you mean detach? Not call, not text?
What? Yeah, not call, no text. No,
but I don't know if that really satisfies the question though. What's the question?
Yeah, that's not what well, that wasn't what I don't want to detach. Like like I said, not just in romantic settings, because with those people, in most cases, you have to like literally leave them alone and not call and not text. I'm saying like with people that you're like, if it's a parent or a sibling or a friend or something, and you're trying to work through it, how do you like let the hurt go so you can like get to like a better place within that relationship?
Well, but see, part of that for me is
I guess it's like forgiveness. Like, how do you?
Yeah, it really is about that. That's really what you're asking. It's like it really is about forgiveness for me, and that's one of the biggest things that I'm learning through this thing too. What I'm learning is just because a person loves you doesn't mean they can't hurt you.
Right. But
and that's in both directions. I don't want you all to think that I'm saying Carlton hurt me, and that what I'm saying is when you're in a relationship with somebody like I hurt Keon the other day, so I apologize. That's what happens in relationships, period. It happens in families, it happens in relationships, romantic relationships, it happens in friendships, right? So for me, a part of the process that I'm in right now, this stage that I'm in right now, is learning that people are people. People are human, and people make mistakes. And sometimes and life is a dance. Relationships are a dance. Friendships, relationships, family, it's a dance. And every now and then you're gonna step on a bitch toe.
Yeah.
Sometimes unintentionally.
Yeah.
Now that intentional shit that I was talking about earlier, when somebody is intentionally cheating, like the T.I. Tiny thing, you know that hurt that woman when you cheated. And okay, then you smooth things over for a few months or a year or two, and then you out here doing it again. That's something different.
But how do you go about forgiving when you, like you said, okay, people can still love you and still hurt you?
Well, because I think it depends.
But at some point, don't you feel like it gets to a point where you feel like they don't truly love you though?
I think if the behavior continues, but I think when a person self-corrects and they really, make the effort to self-correct, you know what I mean? Like, and I ain't gonna go into a whole bunch of stuff, but like, for example, like Carlton came and he hand wrote a letter to me and put it in. This is when we had broke up and we weren't talking. We hadn't talked for 2 months. He hand wrote a letter, spelled shit out in the letter, and came to my house and put it in my mailbox.
Right. Okay. I'm not talking about romantic love. I'm talking about like family. Like this specific situation I'm talking about, like personally, is like somebody that, that's a family member. So I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't really know how to forgive this person because I don't believe that.
Well, did they do anything to earn your forgiveness is my question. I feel like in this instance, he tried to earn my forgiveness. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did this person?
So I'm not tripping is basically what you're saying. Because I don't feel like this person has really done anything or really took accountability to earn their forgiveness or anything.
Yeah, I think offline, you have to just give us the real true story because I can't really answer it without you. It's like you tiptoeing around it, you know what I'm saying? So I can't give you a real answer because it's like you don't want to say it because we're on live. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Mr. D.
Oh, Mr. D, you get your ass in here talking about this a long flight, bitch. We talking about
this a long flight. In other words, land the plane.
Right. Okay, Keon, I'll do what you said and we'll talk about this elsewhere.
Okay. All right.
What's wrong with Mr. D? Ho, shut up.
Amber still has to get a little working on. You know, she's finishing anger management.
Thank you, Lady C. I'm going to say thank you to my people now for sending the cash app. Thank you, Lady C, Lachelle Simmons, Rosa. Is this my girl that was in
Girl, I didn't know I had mine turned off.
Is Rosa, is this my girl from New Orleans, Blessed Destiny? Rosa's World? I think that was her.
That's her Destiny, yeah.
Oh, she cute. Look at her. Michelle Witt, Wayne Mills, Pam, Vontae, Nicola, Brittany, Barbara, behind her smile. Thank you very much.
Y'all, everybody know I always like mine, so I don't shout people out for, you know, because not everybody want to. But thank you so much for those who did send on the Cash App. I greatly appreciate it. I'm laughing at some of y'all quotes and messages that y'all putting in the Cash App. So I definitely see it. So thank y'all so much.
Listen, you guys have an amazing night. Thank you guys for watching. We're down to 632 people. We had about 700 some in here.
Yes. I know it's getting late. Craig, we got to go to 9 to 5 tomorrow.
Who?
Me and some of these people.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me and you.
Oh, no, girl, you ain't got the 9 to 5.
Go Gadget. I wasn't going to go into the letter. I wasn't going to tell you what was in the letter. I just was going to say he dropped off a letter and he went into specific stuff that he apologized for, and he owned. There were things that he owned. So yeah, but anyway, you guys have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Tomorrow is $5 Friday, Fine Nigga Friday. So I'm definitely gonna give y'all live tomorrow. And we have some Patreon that we're gonna upload for you guys.
I'm gonna drop the Patreon.
Our Patreon is scrolling at the bottom, patreon.com/Craig and Keon. And yeah, so we'll get that to you. You gonna upload it tonight?
I might.
You'll get it tomorrow.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you for the support.
Bye.
This has been a long 4 years, good 4 years.
Yes.
And we got some more coming for y'all.
We got more for y'all.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Telling Our Stories episode 4 drops Monday at 9:00. Bye. Oh, wait. We got a sale going on over there. Who is this, Will Kim?
Look at Will.
He late. We got a sale going on over there at CraigTheWriterStewart.com. My first 2 books are on sale for $15. And then I also took off 25% of all of my merchandise at Craig the Writer Stewart. The coffee mugs, the water bottles, the t-shirts. The promo code is CTWS25. That's for the merchandise. The books are automatically marked down. All right, bye.
Girl, she love to get her good promo in.
I should have said it at the top of the line.
Until next time.
Thank you, Fredonna.
Have you ever felt like you've been discriminated against by the black community as a whole?
There's discrimination even within our own community.
For sure.
People always say they won't date the bisexual, but they are always knocking on my door.
A lot of trans women didn't identify with Caitlyn because she still moved as a white man. If you could go back to the beginning of your life, and if you could choose your sexuality, would you choose to be heterosexual?
This is going to get good.
I had this idea to do this conversation. I'm calling it Telling Our Stories.
A conversation with black queer men and women.
I wanted this conversation to be an opportunity for us to bridge the gap. We're not here to try to change anybody's mind. It's just a free-for-all conversation. There are no right or wrong answers. Do you think there's some movement where gay people are trying to turn out straight people?
I think that is a thing.
I'm not really interested in straight men because y'all don't clean y'all ass well.
Oh my God.
That wasn't number juice. You got alcohol. I had juice. I put a squid in there. Just
A squid?
A squid.
A squid.
Just
You know, a squid is a squid. You put a squid in there. Or a smidge. You're trying to say smidge.
I put a little bit in there, girl. I know exactly what I said, girl. Just
squid?
A squid, just a little bit.
Oh, okay. Calamari. That's what's in there. Calamari.